right, what up? 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 Uh, Here with the next episode of the podcast. Talking a little football. We got my guy RTP in here right now. What's up, man? Oh, I had to add you to the stream. My fault. What up, RTP?
There you go. Chilling, man. I'm here chilling like a villain after uh I don't know what would you call that happened a little while ago in that space. I almost got jumped. Like
Yeah, a very, a
I
very,
tried.
a very interesting Twitter space.
Yeah, people stay trying to jump me, bruh. It is what it is. I was just trying to explain things to people, but see, that's the thing with my takes, man. Like my takes are, they seem like they're so
Off the
far
wall.
out there. Yeah, like they seem like they're all the way out there, which they kind of are, but people don't understand, bro. Like,
A lot of people only, you got to remember, we dive deeper, but a lot of people is only
right,
repeating what they see on NFL
right. That's what
Network,
I'm
ESPN.
saying. Like people, like,
Stephen
bro.
A's wide receiver rankings is like their rankings. Like,
Basically, or at least they don't go too far off of it, because then they'll feel like, oh, that's
for
crazy.
the ones who
Like,
dive deep, you mean you looked up some stats and you memorized some stats.
right. Not only that, it's not even that. It's just that, like, if you dig deep enough, or pay attention to the game enough, or just constantly watch and just try to figure things out, and explore, experiment. Like, if you really look at this football thing, like I've done, as you've seen on my channel, you realize that anybody can make a take, and it's really not that crazy, bro. Because you
Exactly.
can explain it, bro. Like, football is so much more than stats, and I wish people would get away from it. Like, stats are cool to be
But
like,
you know why a lot of people go off of people's stats is
because it's the
because
easiest thing to look for. It's the
that,
easiest thing to,
and a lot of people don't watch, but so many teams games. But
and I
me, I will choose to say, like when me and D1 get into conversations about the Dolphins, I tell him straight up, I didn't watch no Dolphins game last year besides the game y'all played us. So am I gonna be like, oh, I'm giving my evaluation of Tua? No, I'm not gonna be that guy because it's not like I just sat there and watched every Tua game last year.
right.
Now this year, do I want to buy game day, or I mean not game day, game pass or whatever, so I can go back and watch every game? Yeah, but until then, I don't want to be like, so honestly, how much do you watch of other teams besides their primetime games is what I will ask anybody.
Right. And here's my thing. I've gone on record before many times saying, when it comes to AFC teams, uh NFC teams, listen, I watch enough NFC to know. When it comes to AFC teams, there's only certain teams. Dolphins, obviously, I got Dolphins down because I watch every freaking game. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because of D1 and the BS that they be talking about. So I watch everything when it comes to that. But it's not only that. I've dived into this football stuff so much that I've already found patterns, and I found reasons. Like, it doesn't, I don't need to watch your whole season to understand something, or understand what's going on, or understand why it's working or why it's not working for your team, or even predict the future. You know what I'm saying? Or see the future of something. I
Hmm.
don't watch the Ravens a lot, but I see the Ravens enough that when I see them and I say, I already know. I already know. Listen, again, people get on me with this. Lamar Jackson. Yes, Lamar is one of the most deadliest weapons at the quarterback position. And I always explain it that way. But he is not a good quarterback. And because of that, I don't think he'll ever win a Super Bowl unless their defense just completely does their thing. You know what I'm saying? And if that's the case, like, what's his name?
But I'm sure back then you would have said the same thing about Kaepernick, and Kaepernick was like what, inches away from a Super Bowl
but
win.
that's my point is, it ain't that Lamar can't win a Super Bowl, because I just said it. Like, unless his defense is a certain way. But my point is, You could say the same thing with Brad Johnson. You know what I'm saying? Like, Brad Johnson is not that guy. I could sit there and say, yes, he's a franchise quarterback. He's this, he's that, he's this and that. You can't win you will not win a Super Bowl with him. Yes, I will. And we did. We won a Super Bowl with him. But it wasn't Brad Johnson. You know, it was not Brad Johnson. It was our freaking defense. But that does not mean that Brad Johnson didn't make plays. So when I say stuff like that, people take the extreme of everything that I say. People go completely the opposite, the completely extreme of it, and they're not giving me a chance to break down all the little stuff in the middle that's going to explain to them why we come to this conclusion. So
people are shocked. So when you say Mike Evans is a better route runner than Devontae, it's like, oh my God, because people
he is though. I promise you he is.
Every day.
I promise you he is, man. Like,
but every day, that's like Devontae's bragging point. Like, that's what.
Yeah, I know.
That's what people vouch on Devontae for, is his elite route running.
I know.
I think a big part of it now, his release off the line is crazy.
Yes, like, and I would even say that's better than Mike Evans. I would even say that because I don't think Mike Evans' release is like, oh my God, it's good. You know what I'm saying? But his thing is his route running and his size and his speed. And again, the reason why I said it, and if you think about it, it makes sense. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe I am wrong. We could watch some highlight tapes right now. But I feel like when you watch a Mike Evans highlight tape, it's like, oh, he got him. Like, yeah, he's done. Like, he killed them. He killed them on that route. When you watch Devontae, it's not that he's not open, but it's like, and that's a great play by Aaron Rodgers to get him there. You know what I'm saying? It's a great throw by Aaron Rodgers.
I definitely think he does benefit from Aaron Rodgers being able to throw him open.
Of course.
But there's also times that he just route people up too, though.
But of course. I mean, that would have to be me saying he's not a top 5. Like, of course. Like, yes, he's definitely up there. Like, when I said earlier, shout out to Buck Crazy in the building. When I said earlier that Jalen Ramsey is the best, I think he's the best corner in the league. But he cannot stop Mike Evans. And then I say, but there's like 4 other wide receivers that he cannot stop either. He's not the only Mike Evans is not the only unstoppable wide receiver out there.
But I mean, I think that's this era. We don't have no shutdown corner.
I think it's a little bit of that because the reason why I don't want to just say that is because I feel like if we just say we don't have no shutdown corners, I feel like we're taking away from the talent of the corners we have now. And I don't think it's mostly that. I think it's a little bit of that. I don't like Dion. Like, Dion is like, yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Maybe one catch for 5 yards.
But I think it's and in my opinion, Revis is the best corner ever to do it. Period.
Dion's mine, but
Dion to me was like Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Dion was like, yo, bro, like you ain't never seen nothing like this. Like, this is talent you've never seen before. And Revis to me is like Kobe, where it's like we've seen talent like that, but bro, look at who he's going against. And that's my thing. That's my thing where I don't want to say it's all, the talent at the corner position is not that talented. I feel like we're taking a little bit too much away from that and not giving them enough of the credit to the wide receivers, because I feel like the wide receivers now.
Changes, though. I mean, the rule changes.
Yes, that too. But when you look at it like this, when we saw Julio Jones and Hopkins, we were like, "Yo, like that's generational."
I mean, Julio ran a 4.3 on a broken foot.
Right. But the size, the route running, you know what I'm saying? But now it's like, think about it. How much different is Devontae? How much different is Mike? How much different? Like, the wide receivers now are as good. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say they were better than Julio, because I think Julio's a generation.
But there's no receiver now I'm gonna put in the Moss category, in the in the
No,
T.O.
no,
category,
that's
in the
yes, I agree.
Jerry Rice category.
But T.O. See, and I'm glad you said that because that kind of makes me feel better. Randy Moss is special no matter where. T.O., I feel like T.O. was special because there was nobody that can hold him down except for Revis. Revis held him down. You know what I'm saying? That's why I put Revis so high because I feel like there was nobody that could hold down T.O. But
I mean, Revis had good games against Randy too, though.
Yeah, true. And again, that is why Revis is my number one. Revis, the what he did. And again, I think people could say T.O., people could say Jerry Rice. I don't get mad at it. But listen, Randy Moss was special. Randy Moss is something we still ain't seen, I don't think. You know what I'm saying? Even though Jefferson's out there killing his records, but you know what I'm saying? But the speed, the athleticism, the catching, that's like, yo, bro, he got it all.
The only difference to me in T.O. and Randy is that Randy, yes, is freak athlete, freak everything. But T.O. is gonna put up his numbers no matter the situation, no matter the quarterback, no matter he can piss off the head coach, the quarterback, the offensive coordinator, spit on somebody, and he's still gonna put up his numbers.
And that's how I see Mike Evans, bro. That's how I see Mike Evans. He's just, you're not stopping him. You're not, it don't matter who the quarterback is. You're not stopping him, bro. The only difference is T.O.'s era and Mike Evans' era, or his career, I should say. It's different because with T.O.'s era, it was when you have a superstar, that's the superstar. You're feeding him.
They get the ball every time.
Yeah, they getting it. They're getting it. Mike's era kind of feels a little bit different. It feels like even though you're a superstar, there's a lot more better game planning against that superstar. You're gonna have to find a way to get it to him. You know what I'm saying?
Not even just that. I feel like the difference is it's like basketball. This is the era of the super team, the tandem team.
Right.
Back then in T.O. and Moss's time, they were the clear number one, and their number two, it was a big drop off.
Right. Yes. True. Very true. Yes.
Rather, like right now, it's not a big drop off in Evans and Godwin. There's not a super big drop off, even in Justin Jefferson and Thielen, because this is a time
so many talented wide receivers. Yeah. And that's why, and that's what I try to explain when we talk about the corners. Like, I think they're talented. I don't think they're as talented. Obviously, they're not as talented as Revis or Charles Woodson. You know what I'm saying? Champ Bailey was, you know what I'm saying? Like, these were some dogs. You know, Dion was just ahead of his time. He was just more talented than anybody else on the field. You know what I'm saying? Like this we get that, and I don't think Jalen Ramsey is that, but I think it's a little bit of that.
The best of today's time, definitely.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I think it's a little bit of that plus I don't think there's been this much talent at the wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? The amount of talent, like you said, from 1 to 2, there's a lot. Like, it's funny because all these Cowboy fans, Eagle fans now, all these Eagle, these fans are like, bro, who got a better 1-2 than us? And it's like, well, this team. A
lot of people have a 1-2 now.
Yes, probably half of the league has a 1 and a 2. Like you said, the drop off's not like that no more. Like there's a lot of talented wide receivers. So people can. It's funny how when I said if you notice, T-Money, it's funny how when we said that the corner position, how Jalen's the clear cut number 1. But to be honest, they're all kind of the same and they're all getting beat. No one, had a problem with grouping up all the corners like that. But when it came to the wide receivers, it had to be no. It's Devontae, he's number 1. And it's like, no, it's not. They're all there, bro. That's why I clearly said many times, I don't see anyone better than Evans. I didn't say Evans was number 1.
It's just what you choose to want for your receiver.
Right.
Somebody who wants a really, really fast guy might say, hey, Tariq's my number 1.
And how many times have you heard me tell you there's never been a weapon like Tyreek in the league?
You said it a lot.
Many times. There's never been
Mahomes.
There's never been a weapon like Tyreek. There's nothing like him at all. Like I would consider him a generational player because again, we don't see that. And that's when I say a generational player, I'm not saying that he's one of the greatest. I'm not saying that. And people just don't understand
It's
words that I
speed and
say.
acceleration and ability to is something we've never seen.
Yeah,
Most guys really, 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 really fast like Tariq either have bad hands or can't run routes. So look how many of the
acceleration is not that fast. The agility, the route, a little bit of route running. Like we ain't seen that, bro. We ain't seen that. Like
I mean, look at most of the combine heroes, like John Ross. I mean, John Ross had the fastest 40 ever, but could he put it all together? No. Tariq can put everything together at his speed and acceleration is just different.
But I rather take Mike Evans. Why? Because the same thing you said about T.O. Quarterback could be mad at him. Whatever it is, he's gonna get his, bro. He's going to get his because he's a big body. He can body something up. He can 50-50 ball it. He can route run. He can take the top off. Whatever you need him to do. The only thing that he's not good at is, which he has gotten better. Let me put that out there, is running after the catch. That's the only thing that he's not. I wouldn't say he's elite at running after the catch. You know what I'm saying? But I'd rather take that anytime. And when you talk about Devontae, I see Devontae the same way. Body, 50-50 balls, route running, take the time. I see the same thing. What's the difference? Mike Evans is constantly getting red zone touchdowns. You ain't beating Mike Evans when it comes to touchdowns.
And I don't know.
Taking that.
I'm trying. Does Devontae win a lot of 50-50 balls?
He doesn't get thrown 50-50 balls because Aaron Rodgers is throwing perfect balls they have him open. Like, that's my whole thing.
That's what I'm saying.
We're going to see more 50-50 balls with Derek Carr.
Aaron Rodgers throw it up and say, oh, yeah, Devontae, go get it.
But we've seen whether you talk about Johnny Manziel, whether you talk about Mike Glennon, whether you talk about Jameis Winston, we've seen 50-50 balls, a lot of them with Mike Evans. You know what I'm saying? The only one we haven't seen 50-50 balls is freaking Brady. You know what I'm saying? And when you see Brady throw to him, the dude's freaking completely open. Like from the last 4 years, bro, Mike Evans' route running has been like, bro, there's no one better than him. There is nobody better at route running than Mike Evans. He might not be the best.
And them Saints fans take that Marshawn beef to heart.
Super. And again, if there's a safety, he can get his number. If there's no safety there, he is food. Whether it's Ryan Fitzpatrick throwing the ball, whether it's Jameis, or whether it's Tom Brady, if there's no safety to help Lattimore, he is food. And we've seen it. And we've seen it over and over again.
I said, well, you know, you given the stats of Evans in these two games. I said, how many holding penalties did Lattimore have?
Jalen Ramsey, every time. Oh, he only had 60-something yards. Yeah, but what about the 50-yard penalty that Jalen Ramsey had on him? What about that 30-yard penalty? What about that? Like, bro, Jalen Ramsey stays getting penalties on Mike Evans. He cannot handle Mike Evans. Jalen Ramsey, he stays getting PI calls on Mike Evans. He cannot handle
Evans
Mike
Evans.
Evans.
Still had over 100 on Ramsey in the NFC Championship game.
When he did it, I don't remember what game it was, but there was a game where Mike Evans only had like 66 yards or something like that, and he had like another 30 or 40 yards of penalties on him. Like every time they're like, "Oh, he did that." Yeah, but how many times did they held him?
They don't say that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But again, people that act like, "Oh, I watch every Sunday. I watch football, so I'm not a casual." Well, you're not on the level I'm at.
You watch Red Zone Pass where they're showing the highlights, or you go back and watch everybody's highlights.
Or then check the stats or watch fantasy. Like, it's not bro, trust me, you don't do what I do. Like, you're not watching to see every time. But I am interested, though. I want to. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Sambo, what's up, man?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yo, what's happening?
What's up? We talking about we was in a crazy Twitter space, me and RTP was, where they was pretty much trying to jump them for like an hour because they was just
you guys hear those sound effects or no?
No, I didn't hear no sound effects.
Okay, good. Okay, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't messing up your channel. Go ahead.
You know, people. I do hear a little siren. If that's what you was just now doing.
Yeah, but it's low, right? Like you're hearing it
Yeah,
from
yeah,
another
it's
mic.
low.
Yeah, you're good.
So yeah, pretty much RGP was fighting for his life in the Twitter space because he just has some takes that people don't really dive deeper into more than what they hear on NFL Network sometimes. So
Right.
yeah, that's just what we were discussing. We didn't really get into the division predictions yet.
Okay.
While I got you on here though, Cambo, what you think about? I think I heard you in one of the Twitter space, but what's your opinion on the bait move?
So my whole thing is like Baker. I mean, he's an upgrade over Darnold, right? You know what I'm saying? It's clear.
Easily.
Um,
Easily.
he clears Darnold. The thing about it for me though is like the accumulation of draft picks and capital that we've
Give it
basically
up.
gave up for like nothing in return. Like we've given up. So for Darnold, we gave up 3 picks. For Coral, we basically gave up 2 and got 1 back, and then for Mayfield, we gave other. So essentially, I mean, it's gotten to the point where we basically have given up a whole draft for some mid quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like it's annoying. Like Baker, I mean, yeah, he's better than Darnold, but for me, my whole thing is like he not really moving the needle enough for me to sit here and say that I think we're gonna make the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So it's right now for me. It's just kind of like a wait and see situation. You know what I mean?
I agree. I
Um,
think a lot of people's worst fear is bait takes us from 5 games to about 8 games, 9 games, and then we know what's gonna happen. They're gonna give him the bag,
yep,
extend him, and we're gonna have to rock with him as our franchise quarterback, never really seeing what's out there. But
right,
I also think the flip side of it is when people say, "Oh well, get this quarterback, get this quarterback, get this quarterback in the draft." With every problem under the sun, we haven't been able to finish in the top 5 in the draft.
yep,
So to say, "Oh well, get Bryce Young or get this person," like it's no guarantee that we're gonna be able to get them.
yep, and
So say we finish. I mean, what we picked JC at what 8,
yeah,
and then this year we picked
6. I think Icky at 6.
Yeah. So if you do all that and you try to tank on purpose and you still, because if you win 5 games with Christian McCaffrey pretty much not playing 2 years in a row, if he plays a full season, you're gonna probably win more than 5 games.
Yeah,
So my whole thing is just for the tank crowd. How do you totally tank if you can't win less than 5 games with the issues we've had going on for the past 2 years?
right. And I think it boils down to there were a couple of games that obviously no football team wants to lose. You know what I'm saying? Like
Correct.
no football team goes into something that's like, yeah, we're gonna suck right now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I think back to the Washington game 2 seasons ago now.
Yeah, that we didn't have to win, and I know the whole fan base got mad that we won.
Yeah, that was a game that we probably should have. Not saying we shouldn't have tried to win it, obviously, but that was a game where you kind of, you know, it's fine. You know what I'm saying? Like a loss, Matt Rule's job wasn't on the line. You know what I'm saying? I know the players the players wanted to win it, obviously, but like that's not a game that you really need to win, especially in a lost season. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
feel like I feel like
but I
once it
feel like to totally tank, we would have had the Miami Dolphins it, and
yeah,
then we would have had to trade Double B, we would have had to trade DJ, we would have had to trade CMC. Like to me, if people want to say, "Oh well, let's tank," then you gotta totally commit to tank. You
yeah,
got to get as many draft picks for anybody who's showed a flash of talent on your team,
yeah.
and people would have been pissed about that.
It's hard to justify tanking like on purpose. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But My thing is, I feel like with the team that we have right now, Sam Darnold running it back with him. I think our max would have been 5 games again. I because Matt Rule's never won anything more or less than 5 games. You know what I'm saying? So like,
CMC healthy, you think we still only win 5 games?
no, he win more, but I don't think he's gonna be healthy
I
to
mean,
be
cause shit, he
honest.
won 3 pretty much by himself.
Yeah, he would win. I mean, hell, he can carry a team to. Well, I don't know because he won 5 games fully healthy the year he went 1,000. So I don't know actually. You know what I'm saying? I really don't.
That was what Cam's last year, right?
Yeah, that was the Kyle Allen year essentially.
And we won what
We won
7?
5.
We won 5 that year.
Yeah, we won 5 games 3 years in a row.
That's crazy.
I know, right? It's wild.
But my
But
whole thing was a lot of people was like, "Oh well, the roster's good. The roster's good. We just need a quarterback. Now we got a decent quarterback. Now everybody want to diss the roster."
yeah,
It's like
it,
y'all just told me
yeah,
we got the O line built up. We
right,
signed Bradley Bozeman and Austin Corbin and drafted Icky. The offensive line is good. We're just
right.
a quarterback away. Now we got a better quarterback. Now it's like everybody, oh well, our roster is nothing compared to Cleveland. Like,
Yeah,
oh shit.
and that's true. But the whole thing is like for us, for when people say, well, I don't know what they say, but like for me, if I were to say Carolina was a quarterback away, I'm thinking about one of the top tier guys. You know what I'm saying? Like a Patrick Mahomes. Even I mean, hell, I don't think we doing shit with Matt Rule regardless. But I think with a guy like if we had a guy like Patrick Mahomes or something, then yeah, we're a playoff squad. You know what I'm saying? We
Mhm.
might get past the wild card. Might win a. You know what I'm saying? Might make it to round 2 or some shit with him.
Yeah.
Um, but with a guy like Baker Mayfield, I mean, you a fringe playoff team at best. Even you know what I'm saying? Like even with this roster, and this roster is we really do have some good players. You know what I'm saying? We have a couple top 15, top 10 players at their position.
Mhm.
Um,
And I
but
think a lot of people look so much different this year with Bake. I
yeah,
think
yeah,
Robbie has a bounce
Rob,
back
yep,
year.
yep,
I
I agree.
think
I think
I think Terrence Marshall looks like something this year.
yep,
Because remember training camp and everything, Terrence Marshall was a star making plays every day. And then we get into the season, it's like,
and barely seen it. He
is
ain't
he
really.
on the field? Is he getting the ball? Like, what are y'all
Yep,
doing?
yep. I think I agree with you. I think you know I'm not I'm not too big of a fan of Baker. Like I don't like I said I don't think all of that. Um, he is an upgrade, but at the same time, I am somewhat um curious.
I think at our best we can be fringe playoff team.
Yeah, I think if he's really the quarterback that a lot of people in the fan base are saying that he is, then we can definitely be a fringe playoff team.
Who y'all
But
talking about?
Us.
Baker
We're talking
Mayfield,
No,
about
but I
Baker.
mean the quarterback, Baker.
Yeah.
yeah.
Can I ask a question?
What's up?
Why is no one mentioning your guys' quarterback that you drafted?
So the thing about him is that apparently the front office and Matt Rule and them see him as the quarterback of the future, and I
Mhm.
have a feeling they just don't want to play him. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And
What I
also,
will say is I don't think Matt Rule is willing to bank his job on
yeah,
a rookie.
Gotcha.
on
That
him.
makes sense. And because I'm gonna just say this: if I'm a Panther fan, I don't give a damn about Baker or the other dude. I'm my mind. I'm like I'm waiting for homeboy. I ain't forget that. Like I already made up my mind about Baker and Sam. I want youngster.
Yep,
But see,
that's me. That's me.
people's fear is if Bake has too good of a season, we're gonna resign him.
Yep.
Yeah.
And see, and I'll go ahead and let me get this spiel off real quick about so number one, Matt Corral, he ain't even signed his rookie deal yet. So it's kind of it has me a little skeptical. I don't know why, you know what I'm saying? But it's very late, you know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
very late for him to not have signed his deal. I think he'll get one done, but obviously it's just it's a little, head scratching. Also, um, like my man said, I'm already cool on Sam. I'm already cool on Baker. Like it, It's whatever with them guys.
Not necessarily. I think. See, that's. I guess I fall into that trap. Is I
I did.
feel like Bake maybe can be something.
Well, see, I didn't want him simply because we had already drafted Coral. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Let me go ahead and see what the young fella can do. You know what I'm saying? If he's good, because I'm hoping we get like a Houston Texans situation. Mills is solid. They feel like they can build around him with a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
You can
And
at least get a look at what the rest of your roster is with Davis.
exactly. They threw him to the wolves and he performed fine. Like he wasn't
Yeah,
crazy. He performed. It gave them a little hope. You know what I'm saying?
he
I
performed
was
better than I thought he was going to.
Yeah, exactly. And I was hoping Coral would do just that this year, because obviously I didn't think Sam was gonna make it all 17.
Facts.
Not saying he was gonna get hurt, but saying he was gonna get benched eventually.
Bench. Yeah.
Yeah. But now with Baker, I have a feeling Baker, unless he just stinks up the joint, he's most likely gonna start all 17, unless barring injury. You know what I'm saying?
I would think. Yeah, if we're having a decent year, he'll start off 17. Now, if we were playing really bad, I think he would get benched when Matt Rule gets fired. So, say if it was week 12 and we're having a bad year, we don't look like we have a shot at doing anything, I think Matt Rule would be getting fired and then Bake would be getting benched and you would let Matt start them last games.
Yep. That's what I predict is going to happen, because I don't think Matt Rule's going to last the whole season. I hope he doesn't last the whole season. And I think it would give us a good look. Because my whole thing is I want to see, like my man said, I want to see Coral play. Not necessarily because I'm a fan or that I think he can do something. I'm curious
just to get a look to see if we need to draft a quarterback for next year.
Exactly. And you know how it's such a good position to be in, to know that you have somebody on your roster that can at least be, like you said, you can at least play him while you looking at the rest of the roster. You building out the rest of your roster.
Mm-hmm. But I also know my fan base. If old boy came in and he was playing bad, throwing 2, 3, 4 interceptions every year, it would be a wrap for him. There's no chance he would be able to grow or
absolutely,
or get a fair second chance with this fan base. We ain't gonna. This fan base does not play like that. There's not gonna be no Daniel Jones situation.
Yeah.
Where year by year the Giants are just hoping Daniel Jones turns into something.
Right.
Our fan base is too shit. Half the fan base hated Cam when he was winning MVP.
Yeah.
So let alone for a guy who's not showing something. We already been. I think the biggest problem is we just been scarred so many times in the past couple years.
Absolutely.
And they kept coming up with supposedly solution after solution, and it hasn't worked. So I think some people is just ready to be upset no matter what we do.
Yeah. And like I said, I'm fed up. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to kind of get past this regime. I don't want this regime to be saved. Like I do. I hate this, but I do hope the worst for this regime, so that way we can go into a better one. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like
I'm telling you, everybody's worst fear is we win 8, 9, 10 games. Bake gets re-signed and Matt Rule gets
another year. Exactly. Like that's it. That is literally the worst case scenario, because number one, it's the worst case scenario for this year, because number one, the 8, 9 wins probably it might get you to the playoffs, but it's a good chance not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then not making it to the playoffs, you're gonna have you're gonna have a pick probably in the 13s, 13 or teens, you know what I'm saying? 12, 13, 14, something around there. Which I mean it's not horrible, but obviously you want to top.
You're not gonna probably get your franchise quarterback at 14.
Right. If you're not gonna make the playoffs, my whole thing is you need to be gunning for a top pick, you know what I'm saying? Top 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, somewhere around there. If you already know you're not gonna make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like that's why I was so pissed about that Washington win a couple years ago, because it's like at this point, like go ahead and get.
I think it dropped us what? 3, 4, 5 spots in the draft.
Yeah, like that shit made no sense for or excuse my language, but like Rule should have not again. You put in an impossible situation. You can't tell you guys to go out there and lose, but at some point you got to say, hey guys, we're coming back next year strong. We've already not made the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Let's go get a top dude. Obviously you don't tell your players that, but maybe keep that in the front office or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, we're not gonna think about what.
I just think it's hard to do without making it obvious.
Yeah, it is because you remember Doug Peterson did that with the Eagles. Remember
Mm-hmm.
he
And
ended up
got
losing
killed
his
for it
job.
and fired for it.
Yep, he ended up losing his job for it, but it helped the Eagles out. You know what I'm saying? Like they ended up making the playoffs. So it sucks. It sucks that
And I
coaches.
think we have too many guys still from the good teams. Like I don't think Shaq is playing that.
Right.
I
Shaq,
don't think
BB,
Taylor Martin is playing that. I don't
yeah,
think you
they,
gonna tell CMC we tanking. I don't think
yeah,
you telling.
they.
You know what I'm saying?
It's hard. Yeah, like I said, it's extremely difficult.
Now if you
It's
got all
hard.
young boys, yeah,
Yeah, like Houston. Houston got they got young guys.
yeah,
They're
or Jacksonville,
yeah, they know what they're coming into. They know that they have a talented roster, but it can always get better. And
and
that
they're
they
young.
and they're
Hey
yeah,
Trevor, you're 22 years old. You got the next 10 years for us to build something.
yeah. Like it's hard to it's easier with those guys when their expectations were really not even to make the playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're
But for
not
the
gonna tell Hassan Reddick, "Hey Hassan, we trying to lose on purpose."
right, but with the Panthers, you know what I'm saying? We got a mix of old and young guys that are ultra talented. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But this coaching staff and the lack of talent on the other parts of the team are holding them back. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
we're really in limbo, franchise limbo right now, I would say, because we don't really have,
we're not bad enough to be the bottom of the league, but
and we're not good enough to
we're
win the
not good
Super
enough
Bowl.
to be contenders yet either.
Right. So it's just a tough situation to be in, which is why I say, um, and we've never actually been through a rebuild. You know what I'm saying? Like the
We
last
never
rebuild,
claim we're rebuilding,
and that's
and
and
even when we do, we lie.
yeah, and to me, I feel like that's a
Before
problem.
last year, we said we were rebuilding, and then we win 3 games. Oh well, let's trade for Stephon Gilmore.
Yeah, and then it was a retool, a rebuild. Then they was like, oh wait, maybe we can actually be fine. Then it was a retool again, and it was a rebuild at the end of the season, and it was that 7 years crap that he tried to push on us with Jay Z,
Yeah, with Jay Z.
dog.
It took Jay Z 7 years to be a star.
Like this ain't, you know what I'm saying? This the NFL, bro. Like some teams do take that long, but man, you got teams. I've seen a team go
Most
from
of the time, your coach is not around to see it when it comes back around.
exactly.
You
I've
can
seen
be Mark Jackson if you want.
I've seen a team go from one in what 15 to like 3-13 or 3-12-1 or whatever it was to a Super Bowl. The Bengals. You remember? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like they're the
yeah.
only team I've ever seen have
Screwed
that.
up that quick.
Yeah, and it don't take. I mean, it don't take 10 years to rebuild. Like if it takes that long, you doing it wrong.
Yeah,
But at the same time, bro, like you're not gonna have a quick turnaround because the thing about the Bengals, what they have a franchise quarterback and
facts.
got some people with common sense in that organization.
I do think they're gonna miss the playoffs, but we'll get into that when we get to the divisions. But I
The
think they're gonna miss
Bengals,
the playoffs this year. Yeah,
woo,
I think if when you look at their games last year, they had like 7 to 8 wins of by winning it by a touchdown or less, and I just think that's hard to repeat, especially in a year where everybody knows you're coming.
right?
But we'll get into that if y'all want to go. If y'all ready to go ahead and get into the divisions
Yeah, I'm
predictions.
I'm
Can
down.
I say something real quick?
What's up, RTP?
Um, so I watched a 10-minute Devontae Adams 2021 highlight, and I'm in
Mm-hmm.
the middle of a 8 minutes and 25-second highlight reel of Mike Evans 2021 highlights,
Mm-hmm.
and there's no fucking I'm sorry, there's no competition Mike Evans is a better route runner than Devontae Adams. I promise you, after you see these two, you will say, "Oh yeah, it's easily." This is not even a competition no more. Now I'm gonna go hard on it. Before I was just like, I don't want to. I want to put it out there, but now I'm gonna go hard on it.
I told you, it's a lot of people. A lot of people get caught up in Devontae Adams' release. His release is
His release is not better than Mike Evans. I can say it. I can say it, bro. Like I said, if you watch these two highlights, Mike Evans is a better route runner. Mike Evans' release is better. Mike Evans' catching is better.
Devontae's release, though, a lot of people ain't touching Devontae on his release, though.
Watch when I tell you, bro. Watch when you won't believe me. I agreed with you earlier. I'm watching this. Mike Evans is better all around. All around. There is nothing that he does better than Mike Evans, and Mike Evans does everything better than Devontae Adams.
That's spicy.
I promise you. Promise you. Bro, I promise you.
Wait a minute now.
I promise you. If you watch, all you got to do is watch.
Now
bro.
you see why he was getting jumped in the Twitter space.
Nah, but I was calm about it. I was like, no, I can see why. I promise you.
When you say that in a room of like 100 people, yeah.
No, of course. No, if I came out with my chest out like this, yeah, I get it. But I didn't. I kind of came out was like, but no, not anymore. No. Go watch the 2021. That's it. I didn't see anything else. Right now, Mike Evans, head over heels. There is nothing Devontae Adams does better than Mike Evans. Mike Evans releases better. Mike Evans' route running is better, more dangerous.
Post both of the highlights in the chat.
Let me re-say this. The only thing he does better, and I've said this before, running after the catch. That's it. That's the only thing he does better than Mike Evans. Besides that, nothing. Mike Evans does everything better. Everything better.
That's a take, you guys. That is
a
take.
That's a strong,
bro.
That's a take. I'm not even gonna hold you. That's a strong take right there.
It is.
Devontae's releases.
Watch what I say,
bro. Don't touch me, like.
But
they be touching them. That's the crazy part. They be touching them. Watching Devontae Adams highlights. It's all like I freaking said. It's all Aaron Rodgers, bro. It is all Aaron Rodgers throwing right by the freaking helmet of the corners. The corners are right there on Adams. It's Aaron Rodgers throwing that ball right by the side of the corner's helmet, bro. That's all it is. Mike Evans, he route running them. He killed him on the line, bro.
Y'all heard it here first.
Mike Evans is one of the most underrated receivers of the last decade, though. Like that man, he's never had less than 1,000 yards in the season. I don't think, if I'm not mistaken.
There's two people who have been, well, actually 3 people in Bucs history recently who have been criminally underrated to me, and that's Mike.
Yep.
Vontae.
No, you don't want to say it, but yep.
And Gerald McCoy.
Oh, facts. I was like, who's the third? But yeah, facts. But now, you know what's crazy though?
Because when you compare, and me and RCP have had this argument a lot of times. He's been on YouTube since what, 2011, 2012?
2012, yeah.
I've been on YouTube since 2013. When you look at Levante's numbers is crazy against a lot of your favorite linebackers. That's all I'm going to
say. And the crazy part that you said, Gerald McCoy, the crazy part is I think he's more underrated to Buck fans than everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I think Buck fans don't understand how good he was. Everybody else gives him more props than Buck fans, bro.
Yeah.
That's the crazy
part.
Affecting
wins is, I think, why.
Yes, because and because he was nice. He helped up Ben Roethlisberger when he sat. Who cares how nice he is, bro? He's a nice person.
3 sacks, I don't care how I did it.
Right? Like, who cares that he helped him up after he got the sack? Like, there's only one thing I will have a knock on with Gerald McCoy is that he never really got a sack in the fourth quarter when we needed it. Besides that, but he did his job though. You know what I'm saying? Like he was
Yeah.
one of the best defensive tackles in the league. For
And at that
the-
point in a key situation, if you're the only good pass rusher, you're probably getting double or triple team.
Exactly.
on a key
The
play.
whole game plan is that. Don't let Levante in and stop Jerry McCoy. That's the whole freaking game plan against the defense. Everything else is washed, bro. But
Yeah, it's not like the Rams. Okay, Aaron Donald can make that play, but yeah, I got Von Miller, Leonard Floyd. You got to block
Quinn at one time, like it was.
But get into the division. So let's start. We'll start AFC since we're 3 NFC guys. So
All right.
Let's start off with the AFC South. That is the Texans, Jags, Colts, and Titans. RTP, how would you rank that division coming into this year?
Rank the division like them against other divisions?
No. Rank
the teams.
Who's your division winner? Second place, third place, fourth place.
Division winners, the Colts. Colts. It's got to be the Colts. I think they have a great team. They have a really good roster. The only one that can challenge them roster wise is the Titans. I think they both have the same problem, which is their coaching. The Colts coaching, I've seen it firsthand when they played us, and when they did the like Hard Knocks. You know how they did the Hard Knocks during the season? Yeah. They did that with the Colts, and you see one of the offensive linemen like yell at his head coach, like, "Bro, let's freaking run the ball. Let's stop trying to throw so much. Let's run the ball." Their head coach cannot feel the game. He doesn't know, he doesn't set up his plays. He doesn't run, hit him over the top. He doesn't feel the game at all. He just kind of throws plays out there. I think Mike Varble, or however you say his name, Vrabel for the Titans, in a way, is the same thing. My feel with him, they lost one of those playoff games because they didn't trust Tannehill or give Tannehill enough. And then their most recent playoff game they lost was because they put too much on Tannehill. So when I see that, it's like, I feel like that's kind of the same thing. Like he doesn't feel okay, let's hit him with the run. Let's do this. It's like, he's kind of like, this is not working. Let's just go with this because it's working. Let's go. As a head coach, I feel, or not even a head coach, but as a play caller, you know what I'm saying? I feel like there should be some type, you have to feel the game. That's one thing that I really like about Byron Leftwich. Byron Leftwich can feel the game. We've had a few games where it's like, what are we doing? Why did we just abandon?
Is Mike Vrabel in your top 10 coaches?
I couldn't say yes or no. I would have to think of all the coaches. I wouldn't even know. I could say he's a good coach
because I was in a Twitter space earlier today where we was ranking coaches, and I had him at number 9.
I think he's a good coach. I think he's one of the better coaches. I don't think he's an elite coach. I think the reason why I like him is because it's obvious he has his players' attention. He gets the best out of his players, he's made a good team. So I give him that credit. I just think my downfall for him is what I just said. I don't think he feels like, oh, we're putting too much on so-and-so's plate, or we need to back off and do this or try this. I just don't think he can feel the game that much. I think they've lost playoff games because of him. And I think the same thing with the Colts. But the reason why I give the Colts the edge is because now you have Matt Ryan. Now you have a veteran quarterback that can tell his coach, we're not doing that. Let's do this. Or, you know what? Let's check to a run. They know we're doing, you know what I'm saying?
Does he do that, though?
Matt Ryan?
He lost the Super Bowl off that.
He lost the Super Bowl for not checking.
That's what I'm saying. He could have checked Kyle Shanahan. Hey, nigga, we didn't run the ball.
Right. I think this is different. I think he has the head coach. I don't think he ain't scared of that. He ain't scared of that. That's one. Number 2, he's already, this is it for him. This is do it my way or no way. I think he's gotten a lot more aggressive since that Super Bowl of wanting to do things his way and, yelling at people, and I think he's gotten a lot more aggressive. Now I could be wrong. This is just how my vibes that I've been getting from him. I think this is it for him. And if he doesn't do good, I'm not. If I'm a Colts fan, I'm not sitting there saying, "Oh, it's year one. We'll be better next year." No, it's gonna be this year. If it's not this year, then Matt Ryan
the
is
Colts
done.
keep doing that too, experimenting with quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Phillip
Hey,
Rivers,
Yup, they do.
Wentz, now Matty
But
Ice.
they've all been like they've all had good excuses. Wentz was he just didn't do his thing.
Head.
Yeah. Phillip Rivers, he was already at the end of his time. Matt Ryan could have the same excuse. He's at the end of the time. We don't know, I don't think Matt Ryan's at the end of his time.
I don't think Matt Ryan relies on his arm strength as much as Phillip Rivers does.
No, not at all. But I will say this. I did see last year and maybe even the year before, I've seen some dumb plays by Matt Ryan where it's like, what is he doing out there? But I also
always has that.
Yeah, I'm about to say he been like that for.
He always has what the fuck plays to me.
Maybe
whether it's picks, taking sacks,
and that's not me like knocking on bro. Like he's
still of course
a quarterback, but he be have a couple head scratches though.
Maybe I feel like because the vibe that I've been getting from him is more like he's out there like this is not a good team anyways. F it, like whatever. Like once things start going bad, he's kind of like F it. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's. But this is why, and me and you have both said that. I feel like that's why Atlanta had to get rid of everybody who was around for 28-3 because I think they're all like that. When something goes bad, it's like, oh fuck, god damn.
Yeah,
I feel like he's like that. Deion Jones, I feel like all of them is like that.
But I feel like I feel I get what you're saying as far as the team and all that. Like he's like that too, but I feel like it's more of his performance. Like he don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like not it's gonna go bad, but I feel like he's gotten to a point where he just don't even care no more. So that's why I feel like him going to a different area was good for him. As far as reviving his like, okay, I'm falling in love with football again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
also
if go ahead.
Oh, sorry, I was just gonna say we gotta account for the fact that Atlanta was shopping for a new quarterback.
Right.
Wow.
Another fire under his ass.
Motivate him to get his shit together.
Yeah.
So if he doesn't have that type of season this year, then I'm going with he's done. Like he's never going to be. Because listen, we all know he's not a Hall of Famer. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer, but I don't think you get any closer to barely missing a Hall of Fame career than Matt Ryan. Like I think he's that good. He's just not that good. You get what I'm saying?
I think the crazy part of our generation is niggas gonna have such good stats that they may let them in.
Yeah, because he got his numbers.
Like if you look at Matt Ryan probably in the record books, Matt Ryan probably high as shit.
Yeah, he's very high. Like his numbers look
and
very
that's
good,
that's where the knock is gonna be in our generation is how much do they value awards, Super Bowls, and all that opposed to stats.
And they probably throw in because he do got an MVP award. They probably gonna let him in.
Well, I would listen. But would you?
Or even
would you?
to
if
me,
it's up to you guys.
Eli is a debatable Hall of Fame. But
Eli.
No, I don't think Eli is a Hall of Famer. I don't think it's debatable. I don't think he is a Hall of Famer.
He's not, but he's going.
I think he's going to be.
Yeah, of course. Of course, and he has the Eli name, the Manning name. But I don't think he is a Hall of Famer. But what do you think about Matt Ryan? Do you think, in your personal, do you think he's a Hall of Famer?
So
I think they're gonna let him in.
Based on the players that I've seen play in my life, so that's not including like the guys that are already in the Hall of Fame. But in my personal Hall of Fame, no, he's not in.
You, T-Money?
I would say that too. Would I let him in? No. Do I think he's gonna get in? Yes.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what I mean. I don't mean if we think he's gonna get in or what. I personally don't think he's a Hall of Famer,
right.
But I think he was close. Like if a couple things went his way, maybe I would have maybe let him in. But I don't think there's a few things that I mark from him. First of all, his play. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. But not only that, but
you had a lot of bad years too.
I think
not just that, but when you have so many of those iconic weapons, bro, Roddy White, Julio Jones, Tony Gonzalez, like weapons at the weapons. Before that, you had a run game. Like, I'm sorry. I mean, not only that, look at him right now. No matter what Aaron Rodgers, no matter what's around Aaron Rodgers, that team's still going to be a problem.
I don't think the Packers are going to be this year, but I would agree with.
But because it's so. Anyways, my point is that I think he's a good enough quarterback that he can easily take that team to a Super Bowl. Will they go to the Super Bowl? I don't know, because there's a lot of stuff that goes into it, and injuries and stuff like that. But as far as this division, I think they take the division. I think Titans are next. Who else is in that? Jags and who else?
Jags and Texans.
Jags and Texans is a toss-up because Texans got David Mills. You never know that step that he might take. I do like what I saw. I don't think he's anything yet, but I do like what I saw. If you're a Texans fan, you're like, okay, we got something to work with maybe. Right. And Trevor Lawrence is Trevor Lawrence. Who knows what he's gonna look like now? You know what I'm saying? So
you think Doug Peterson is gonna shoot Trevor Lawrence up?
It could definitely happen. I really wouldn't be surprised if it did.
I mean, I was in a Twitter space earlier. Somebody had the Jags win the division. To me, that was a little too.
I don't know.
That's a big turnaround.
But they added a lot of pieces, though.
Say
you got to remember, Etienne is playing for a full year this year.
Yeah.
James Robinson is coming back. You signed Christian Kirk. You got Marvin Jones, LaVisca Chenault, Zay Jones.
Yeah, I think
Treadwell.
I think let's not sleep on them. Is what I'm gonna say. Do I think they're a playoff team? Absolutely not. But they could mess around and sneak though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They could mess around and get 8 wins.
Them turning it around, and being a team where it's like, oh man, maybe they can win the division. That doesn't seem too hard for it to happen. My problem with it is I don't see them turning it on that fast.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I see them taking a few lumps and then they getting it. Okay, now they know how to win. And then it's like they just barely miss it because of that, because of the lumps they had to take. Absolutely. So that's the only thing.
Yep, I agree.
That just made me think when somebody said it though. And then they added Brandon Scherf from the Redskins, so that helps your O-line. Like,
they got pieces. They definitely got pieces.
They got something. They're doing it right. I feel like they're doing a pretty good job.
I just don't know their defense like that though.
I mean, I don't remember. Listen, I don't remember what they have on defense, but I remember thinking they got pieces all around that team.
I know they got the Griffin twin.
They got Josh Allen.
Yep. See what I'm saying? I know they got pieces. I know
they
both
just
sides.
Drafted another pass rusher this year.
Yep.
Yeah, I know they got pieces for sure.
They had my man's Miles Jack, but they had to get rid of him.
Yeah. Him and Telvin Smith when they was there together was crazy. Them two and what's the white boy name? The one that Jazz fans used to try to compare to Luke. Paul Polanski.
I don't even know who that is. I ain't gonna hold you.
But Kimbo, what's your AFC South rankings?
So I got, like you said, I got the Colts at 1. I think they basically a shoe-in to win that division. I do like. I mean, Tennessee they're a fine team. But I don't know. I just feel like the Colts. I just feel like they're just gonna win it. You know what I'm saying?
So y'all both think the Titans go from best record in the AFC to second place.
Second best, yeah. And I still think they're a playoff team. I just don't think they're gonna win the division.
Okay.
And then
not only that, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You got it.
I was just gonna say not only that, but I feel like Mike, the head coach. I feel like he's not very and again, this is just me speculating. I'd be completely wrong. I just get the vibe where he's not that creative to where he's continuing in the NFL. They're just getting more and more film on him, and it's just gonna get worse and worse.
You got Derrick Henry, you ain't gotta be that creative.
Exactly. But I mean,
but he's starting to get beat up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He got hurt last year.
I mean, people said that when he came out from Alabama, though.
Yeah, but he finally showed it. You know what I'm saying?
He ain't gonna be Derrick Henry forever, bro.
Yeah, I'm not trying to knock on him because he definitely one of my favorite
The
players ever.
bad boy.
But he
He's
definitely,
bad.
that injury was a little scary last year. It wasn't
Yeah.
nothing but a little foot. I think it was like a bruise or something. But anyway, I got Tennessee finishing second. I'm gonna have the Jags at third. And I, I'm I'm pretty confident that they'll be, at the very least a 6-win or a 7-win team, and then the Texans are gonna be last, and I think that's gonna be a. I think the Texans are undergoing a rebuild. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think they're in no rush. So I think they're just gonna be last. I think they're just gonna limp to, you know, another top 5 pick. To be completely honest with you.
Mm.
Got you. All right. So for me, I'm a take the globe and shake that motherfucker. I'm gonna go Titans at number one.
Mhm.
Um, they just got to figure out their wide receiver situation. But other than that, I like the Titans. Two, I'm gonna go to Jags.
Wait, who? That's a good question though. For real, who is their number one wide receiver? They
For
just
who?
the Titans.
Traylon Burks, I guess they hoping could be the number one.
That's who they drafted.
Yeah,
Hey, hold on. You said who at 2?
Jags.
Woo.
Mm.
Three, Colts, and then
Mm.
Texans to round it out. I'm just not a big Colts believer. I do like Jonathan Taylor, and I do like Darius Leonard, even though he's coming
He's
back
a
off of
beast.
surgery. But I'm not a big fan of the rest of their roster.
Mm.
Shoot, that's two top 5 players right there though at their position. I mean,
Oh yeah, and Britton Burson. Oh yeah, the Titans did sign Robert Woods too. Thank you, Wiggins.
okay. That's good.
But Robert Woods is coming, of course, off of
Off it. Yep.
injury.
Yep.
Mm.
All
All
right.
right. That's bold, man. I ain't gonna hold you. Let me ask you. Let me ask you why you think if you don't mind, why you think the Jags number 2? Is that a playoff Jags team or is that just a second in the division?
Mm, I feel like the rest of the AFC is so good that the South can only get one team.
Just one in? Okay.
I agree.
But I think I like Doug Peterson more than a lot of people probably realize how good Doug Peterson was.
He's like that.
Um,
He's that dude.
from that Andy Reid coaching tree. So
Yeah.
I think Trevor is going to look a lot closer to Clemson Trevor than last year, where you was like, "Hey, this dude might be a bust."
Yeah.
I agree that AFC is so good that they're only going to be one person coming out of that division. But I think if the Jags do make it to second place, I think they're going to be good enough to actually get in. If they're good enough to get second place, they're going to be good enough to get in. That's what I think.
Okay. The more I look at that Jags team, I can see the potential. And like I said, I think
Mm-hmm.
Trevor is not going to be the issue. Like to me, last year Trevor was probably one of the worst aspects of their team.
Yeah.
And then giving him a familiar person like Travis Etienne back, I think is going to make him a lot calmer, and a great offensive play caller like Doug Peterson
Mm-hmm.
is. I feel like it can get a little dangerous, maybe.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. The bottom line is don't sleep on them Jags. I think
Yeah, that's
gonna,
basically bottom line.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think they're gonna turn some heads. I don't know playoffs, but I think they're gonna be like you said earlier, they're gonna be a team where eventually they're gonna mess around and be like 5-1 at one point in the season. They're gonna have a stretch where they,
You're
on
not gonna be able to lay down and just say, "Oh yes, the Jags is a win this year."
right.
Right.
I think if you come in with that mentality, they're gonna sneak up on some teams.
Yeah. Yep.
So Campbell, I'll let you start. Let's do the AFC West.
Okay, so that's
That's
Broncos,
Chargers,
Chargers,
Chiefs,
and Raiders.
Broncos, and Raiders. That division is
Okay, so
That's the hardest division right now.
yeah, this is the number one division in football. All four teams absolutely have a shot to make the playoffs.
Facts.
Um,
All four you could easily see probably in the AFC Championship game.
absolutely, yep. I'm gonna say my division winner is going to be
Ooh.
man, I'm gonna say the division winner is going to be damn. Hey man, let me go with the Las Vegas Raiders for the division.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
Raiders
like
as a division winner.
I'm gonna
Devontae
go
better learn some route running then.
yeah, I'm gonna go with
Yeah.
them for division winner because I don't really see any holes. Because they got corners, they got what's it called? They got a D line, they got receivers. You know what I'm saying? They got they got some really good receivers. They got Jacob still at back. Obviously Darren Waller at tight end, and I think Derek Carr is pretty good. So I think they're a really good. I think they're a well-rounded football team. Only issue that only reason why I would think they wouldn't be division winners because they got a new head coach. So we got to see how they play with him.
Josh McDaniels.
Oh, is that their head coach? You know what? Hold on. Let me change my. Let me change. Nah, let me change my. I forgot that's who they had. Let me change my.
That coach changed his mind real quick.
Yeah, I'm changing mine. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with the Kansas City Chiefs. I might as well. That's the safest pick, and obviously you got Mahomes. It's hard to choose against him. I didn't realize the reason why I don't. So obviously I'm a big Cam guy, right? And so I just remember Josh McDaniels and his play calling in New England. I mean, hell, it was even bad last year. And I know Mac ain't nobody to move no needle or nothing like that. But like that play calling was pretty bad. You know what I'm saying? Like Brady was calling plays for McDaniels, I feel like sometimes. So I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of him. And he also took a job years ago and quit on it. I don't know if y'all remember that.
The coach job.
Yeah, and so I'm not a big fan of his. So we'll see. But I'll go ahead and say I'll say Raiders second though, just because they make the playoffs last year, if I'm not mistaken. Or they got eliminated.
Nah, they weren't
They
they
made
the
the
team
playoffs.
that called the timeout and then lost.
And missed it.
No. They won. They made the playoffs.
Okay.
Okay, it was a team they was playing against.
Yeah, the team they
It
was
was
beating.
it was the Chargers that called the timeout.
Yeah, and the Raiders was like, okay, you want to call timeout? Well,
Right, they were gonna kneel it and ended in a tie, and both of them were gonna go in, I believe. But Chargers called a timeout, and then they said, "All right, then we'll just kick the field goal," and they kicked the field goal, and then
That's
Chargers
silly.
lost. Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Well-
That's correct. So the Raiders was in it.
Well, the Raiders gonna be my second team in there. And then third is going to have to be. I'm gonna roll with the Chargers, and I think
Ooh, so you got Russell the boys in last.
yeah, and this ain't even a knock. Like I'm pretty sure this was the same way it rolled out last year. I just don't. It's tough. You know what I'm saying? It's too tough because I don't know. I really don't know. Like I don't want to say the Chargers because the Chargers have gotten better. I mean, they added Khalil Mack. They drafted very well this year. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they got somebody else. Oh, they got J.C. Jackson at corner. So
Pick machine.
They got better. You know what I'm saying? And I do think that they can slide into the playoffs. Or hell, they can mess around and get in there outright. You know what I mean?
Shit, is there a way a whole division can make the playoffs?
No, because what's it called? 7 would be because 7 is what or what? Yeah, actually, yeah, it is. Yeah.
If they won every single wild card spot, I guess.
Yeah, they got to get. Yep, they got to get every single wild card spot. Which, again, this is the AFC West, so I mean they're good enough to do it. It's just the schedule probably won't play out to where it can happen. But
Yeah, I don't know if the North gonna play that.
yeah, I got the Broncos last simply because I still think their roster could use a little. Well, actually, it wasn't even a bad roster last year. They just
That's
didn't
what
have
I'm
no quarterback.
saying. To me, that was one of them rosters where they just missing a quarterback.
Yeah, they just
You
didn't have
got
no
Russ.
quarterback. So I don't know, man. It's that's a tough division, bro. I really don't know.
Russ
They
with
could literally
Cortland
all
Sutton and Jerry Judy and
yeah, they could literally all get it coming first. So I don't know, man.
yeah, that division is like every spot you like. Ooh, can I say
Yeah,
that? Do I want to say that?
I know
honestly,
exactly what I want to say.
honestly, the Raiders might mess around and go and end up last. Um,
You never
but
know.
yeah, I don't know. But I'll concede. I'll say Chiefs, Chiefs, Raiders, Chargers with 3 playoff teams, and then the Broncos outside looking in.
All right, RTP, aka the Justin Herbert hater.
The
Oh
Justin Herbert
wow!
hater. What?
Oh
Man,
wow!
you hate on Justin Herbert.
No, I think Justin Herbert's the best, second or first best quarterback in the league. What are you talking about?
Oh, that's crazy. But I hated on Justin Herbert coming out. I didn't want him in Carolina.
All right, so I'm gonna go with. I'm trying to pull up something real quick. I don't know why. I'm gonna go with Broncos winning the division.
Mm,
Ooh, where's the first?
Hold
mm.
on, hold on, hold on. What was it? Raiders. Yeah, I'm going with the Broncos winning the division. There we go.
Where's the first? Where's the first?
I like it though.
Uh, let me see. I'm looking at all this stuff real quick. All right.
Mm.
So we're gonna go Broncos first, right? I think first of all, the team wasn't a bad, it's not a
I
bad
meant to
team.
say Mahomes hater, not Herbert hater.
Yeah, I knew you meant to say Mahomes. But Broncos are Broncos. You know, Russell Wilson's gonna go in there and calm everything down. The team was already a good team. It wasn't a great team, but it was a good team. I think Russell Wilson's about to have better weapons than he's ever had. Personally, I believe.
Ooh, you think Cortland Sutton and Jerry Judy and them is better than
I think
Metcalf and Lockett?
Lockett helps out Metcalf, but yeah, 2 is better than 1 because I think Metcalf was just a fast guy that can get open when
Oh
he
my
runs around.
god.
I think
Where
Russell Wilson.
Bracito at, man?
I think Russell Wilson is going to not only that, but I mean it's just a good squad, bro. I think yeah, and not only that, but let me read you guys something real quick. Listen to this Broncos schedule, bro. Okay. Listen to this Broncos schedule. If they play first week, they play the Seahawks. That's a dub. Texans, that's a dub. Niners, probably a dub. Raiders, division could go either way. Colts could go either, they could win, they could lose. Chargers, they could win, they could lose. Jets, that's a dub. Jaguars, probably gonna be a dub. Titans, win or lose. Raiders again, win or lose. Panthers, sorry to say, that's a dub.
You gotta.
Ravens, win or they can win or lose.
Shit,
Chiefs,
we
I think
lost
they
to the
beat the
Broncos
Chiefs.
with Drew Luck, bro. It ain't crazy to say we could lose it with Russ.
Yeah.
Cardinals, win or lose. Rams are probably going to lose that game. Chiefs again, win or lose, and the Chargers win or lose. They have the easiest schedule, the Broncos. Okay, so they're going to win that division. They're going to games that they're supposed to win. Russell Wilson should be able to just go ahead and win that. Next, I'm going to say the Chargers. I think the Chargers is the best team in that division as far as roster wise. You already named a few people. You got the new addition of JC. You got the edge rushers and all that stuff. Like they're ready. That team's ready to go. And I think it's a toss up between Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert being the best quarterbacks in the NFL. Well, how do I say that? The best young quarterbacks in the NFL, because right now the best arm easily is Aaron Rodgers. He has the best arm, but he's not the best quarterback. Best quarterback is Tom Brady, but the best arm is easily Aaron Rodgers. But the best after that, who those are the elite, is definitely Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow. One or two, however you want. They're both really good. So I think him with that squad,
Man said
I
elite
wouldn't.
arms and didn't put Mahomes on the list.
No. He's elite strength. He's not elite arm talent. When I say elite arm talent, again, go look at Devontae highlights and see where Aaron Rodgers places that thing every time. That's arm talent, not elite arm strength, which is Mahomes. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Chargers win the division. But I'm gonna say because of the Broncos' schedule looking so easy, I couldn't really see the opponents of the Chargers. Hold on, I'll look at it real quick. See it right here. See, get out the way. Raiders, Chiefs, Jags, Texans, Browns, Broncos, Seahawks, Falcons, Niners, Chiefs, Cardinals, Dolphins. They got a couple easy wins too. So, Cowboys, Saints. So I would say they have the second easiest. So I'm just gonna let Broncos win the division. I'm gonna put Chargers first. I'm going to put the Raiders at third.
Woo!
Raiders are going to be third in the division.
Chiefs from first to worst. Oh my Jesus!
Hey man,
this man hates Mahomes, bro.
Chiefs from first to worst. I don't really got to say much about the Raiders. The Raiders are a good team. I just don't see them. The problem with the Raiders is one, McDaniels, and two, Derek Carr. I think Derek Carr is nice. I just think he's going to fall short. I think Herbert's going to take that next step. He's going to fall short. But let me tell you why I think the Chiefs are going to finish last. I think they have the least talented team in that whole division. That's one number. Yes, they have the lead. They have the worst defense. They have the worst offense. They have the least weapons. They have the least defense.
Oh my Jesus.
They do have the best coach. I will say that they have the best coach. And their quarterback is going to take another step back, losing Tyreek Hill. They was already slowing him down with Tyreek Hill. I think they're going to get slowed down again with Tyreek Hill. Now, if the Chiefs had the Broncos schedule, I would still put the Chiefs in the fighting for the division. But they don't have the Chargers or the Broncos schedule. Let me read you their schedule.
They're gonna have a first place schedule.
Right. They got the Cardinals. They could lose that game. Chargers. They could lose that game. Colts. They could lose that game. Bucks. They're gonna lose that game. Raiders. They could lose that game. Bills. They can lose that game. Niners. They can lose that game. Titans. They can lose that game. Jags. They'll probably win. Chargers again. Rams. Bengals. They can lose that game. Broncos again. Texans. They probably win that game. Seahawks. They probably win that game. And then Broncos and Raiders. They're gonna be last in the division.
Oh my God. Now we keeping this show, right?
Of course.
I ain't gonna hold you. That's bold.
Broncos from worst to first and Chiefs from first to worst.
First to worst. Jesus. But I'm not gonna lie to you. I get it. Like nothing he said was like blasphemous. You know what I'm saying? Like that
say the Chiefs don't have no weapons is blasphemous to me.
Who's their weapons?
Juju, Mecole Hardman, Travis still there.
Man, that Mecole, Juju, them two not moving me. I'll tell you who's moving me a little bit. Justin Ross and Sky Moore, the rookies, they might mess around and make some noise, but Juju and Hardman, they ain't moving me.
Hey, Juju be dancing on niggas' logos, but he still can produce.
Yeah, they ain't really. But what he said about them being the worst. Not necessarily not them not having weapons, but they definitely have the least amount of weapons in the division though. Like the Chargers got two top 15 receivers. The Raiders got Hunter Renfrow and Devontae Adams.
Top 15?
Yeah, absolutely. And then he probably like at 15 though, but yeah, he up there.
I would have to my list.
The Raiders got the best weapons out of everybody.
Yeah, they got
Waller, Adams, Hunter Renfrow.
They got a squad. Brian Edwards. They got a squad.
Jacobs.
Yep. And then the Chargers got, like I said,
They
Williams.
got weapons.
All right,
They
not
got
Allen.
one of the better quarterbacks, if not the better quarterback, weapons, and their defense is stupid stacked. Their defense is scary, bro. Scary looking, I should say. Not scary, but scary looking for sure.
All right. Well, I'm going to go Chiefs as number one. In my opinion, when I made my list today, Andy Reid is the best coach in football. I know Belichick's the GOAT because he got the Super Bowls, yada, 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 yada.
Not true.
But to me, Andy Reid just win. No matter the situation, from McNabb to Vic to Alex Smith, Andy Reid gonna figure that out. So
and he makes it look easy too when he wins.
Yeah, even when he said, well, we sort of made Tariq who he is. We'll figure it out without him. A lot of niggas say that. I'm like, all right, you just talking. Andy Reid, I believe it.
Right. I agree.
I don't know if Mecole Hardman might people playing his name right now, but don't be surprised if his stats shoot up this year.
Oh yeah, they'll shoot up for sure.
So
I worried about his hands though. He's fast. He can get open, but I've seen him drop a couple passes. You know what I'm saying? He dropped a couple dots.
Yeah. I mean, as long as it ain't in key situations, Mahomes still gonna keep giving you chances.
Yeah, he gonna get fed though.
Number two.
So you said Chiefs at one.
Yeah, Chiefs at the one. Two. I'm gonna go Raiders. I do question Josh McDaniels, and I question their secondary. Actually, no. I'm not gonna go with them two at two.
This is the second renege of the Raiders.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna go Denver at two. Okay. Chiefs, Denver. Then I'm gonna go Chargers. Because I feel like Justin Herbert will still lose you games sometimes.
Ooh.
And 4 is Raiders. Damn, if the Raiders do all that and finish 4th.
That's the sad part, bro.
Yeah.
That's the sad part.
Like if the Raiders, if I liked Josh McDaniels or if I liked whoever the coach was, I'd have no quarrels of keeping them, 1 or 2 or whatever I had them at first. But I'm a little skeptical.
Even if we didn't know who the coach was, like we never heard of the coach before, I feel like we probably feel a little better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like even if it was some new head coach, like, oh, he'd probably do something. But Josh McDaniels, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a little.
That's crazy though. If the Raiders do all that and finish 4th.
Yeah, man. Like they kind of got me a little nervous just because of him. Now, again, if he go out there and actually do something, then fine.
They should be feared, bro. Their firepower, they should be feared.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, definitely. But then it's their defense, like.
They have the pass rush.
Yeah, the line is fine. They got Trayvon Mullen. He's a good corner, but I don't know who they got at safety or linebacker though.
I mean, I know Abram.
Their defense is enough to cause problems, especially if
to me, it's you're gonna have to Peyton Manning it. You have to get the lead early and just let your pass rush go.
Well, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's enough to cause problems, especially if the other team has to keep fighting back because of your offense. You know what I'm saying? If your offense is making it a shootout, their defense is going to be able to eat and make it more difficult. So,
yeah, I think their offense is going to be crazy this year.
It should be.
Should be exactly.
Should be.
I think Hunter Renfro's stats is gonna shoot up. I think he's gonna be the new Wes Welker kind of.
Shit, he had great stats. He had 1,000 yards last year. He
Renfro's though. I think I've been on record saying I think Waller is the most explosive and most dangerous tight end in the league. He's not the most. Yeah, he's not the most well-rounded tight end, but I think he's definitely the fastest.
Yeah,
but he's the most explosive. He's dangerous. I've seen him take over games. Like, he's dangerous, bro.
Yeah,
that's Kelsey take over a lot of games though.
Yeah, but it's more like, oh man, they can't get to Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of they can't get to Mahomes, so Mahomes is getting it off. Waller is like
not to mention Hill was over there too. You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
Right. Even though I'm not knocking Kelsey, like he wanted to go.
No, of course not. No, yeah, definitely.
But but yeah, Waller.
He's number one. He's number one.
Yeah,
but
Waller crazy. I agree.
Waller is more dangerous. I think he's more of a game wrecker by himself to me.
Yeah, because I seen like you said, a couple games last year. I was like, damn.
Yeah, like, they just can't stop him. They don't got an answer for him, bro. Like they have nobody to match up with him. He's so big and fast, bro. Like,
like the games where people were saying that like Derek Carr was working miracles. The miracle was Darren Waller. Like that, he was putting in some work. But dang. So we all got.
Wait a minute, quick sports update, bro.
Okay.
The Red Sox are in the 5th inning and have given up 25 points.
Huh?
Damn.
It's 25-3 in the middle of the 5th.
I know you lying.
They're playing the Blue Jays right now.
Gee, call the game.
I'm about to say they don't do no mercy rule no more.
They need one. Shit.
That's ugly.
Bro, I'd literally just strike myself out. Like, yo, let's go home already, bro.
Yeah.
This game is over.
That's embarrassing. That's doggone.
That gotta be a record. Like, who's had 25 in 5 innings?
I ain't never seen that before.
In 5 innings, facts. That's.
I ain't never seen that that many points in baseball. Period. But I don't keep up with it. But
nigga, that's a football nigga. 25-3, bro. That's Atlanta.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, what part? Because from what I've been hearing, there's certain parts that ain't Atlanta, and the people claiming it's Atlanta. So you gotta clarify.
I was talking about damn near the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
no, I know. I was just taking another shot.
Yeah, that's not Atlanta. Yeah,
Clayco is not Atlanta. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's a few spots it's not Atlanta.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on.
So wait, real quick. So I can 1 through 4. You said Chiefs, Chargers. You said
no. Chiefs, Broncos,
Chargers, and
Raiders.
Combo. Would you say?
I had the same lineup from last year: Chiefs, Raiders, Chargers, Broncos.
Chiefs, Raiders, Chargers, Broncos. There you go. Okay, and I had the opposite. Okay.
And then what? Let's go AFC East. Campbell, you can start us off AFC East.
All right, I'm gonna go Buffalo at 1. I don't think shouldn't be any quarrels there really for me. Buffalo got it.
If
and then
was here, it would be.
I'm gonna say at 2. All right, so at 2, I'm gonna say
pull the trigger on it. Pull the trigger on it.
At 2, I'm gonna go ahead and say Miami.
They got him.
I'm
gonna pull the trigger on him. I knew that's what he was debating.
I'm gonna say Miami at 2 because I'm gonna say I'm not too high on Tua. He's not terrible, but like I don't think he's
I think Tua saves his job this year.
Yeah, I don't really like the Tyreek Hill combination with him. Like I just because he's not really a deep ball thrower. You know what I mean? Unless Tyreek just gonna pull some routes out his bag or something, but I don't know.
I mean, I think the power of Reek is Reek can take a 5-yard slant.
Yeah, and go 50 with it. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm curious about that combination, but
Because
I
he
mean,
got all speed too. Him,
Miami still got
Waddle.
yeah. Miami got a good team though, so or they're a fine team. They ain't Bills good, but they're a good team. And then at 3, I'm gonna go New England, but I'm gonna say New England is like a 7-win team.
Okay, so not
And
a playoff team.
right. And the Jets, I'm gonna say the Jets are a 6-win team fringe 3rd place in the division. I think it's closer between 3 and 4 than it is between 2 and 3.
Oh, if Belichick finished 1 game ahead of the Jets, he got to go.
Yeah. I'm gonna say it's I'm gonna say they're closer to the bottom of the division than they are to the top. And that's not. And again, Belichick is Belichick. So Belichick, he gonna mess around and prove me wrong and mess around and end up in the playoffs again.
Back in the playoffs, yeah, because
Yeah.
they did that to a lot of people last year.
Yeah.
But RTP knows what I always say. When Brady won that Super Bowl, that started Belichick's clock. With Robert Kraft of you better win a Super Bowl or you might be out of here.
Yeah.
Whether you're forced into retirement or what.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna fire him, but I think he's gonna say, "Hey, Bill, go on and hang it up, my boy." But yeah, I think New England. I think they're closer to the bottom than they are to the top. The Bills.
I agree.
For me, the Buffalo Bills, like, there's no reason why they shouldn't win the Super Bowl this year. There's no. Again, they like. I have a harder time of saying reasons why
everything though.
Yeah, they have. I don't see why they can't win it. Now, will they win it? I don't know. Maybe not.
You're adding Vaughn to that defense, and a lot of people forget you're adding a healthy Tre'Davious White to that defense.
Yes, like that's Buffalo should win the Super Bowl this year.
Tre'Davious is one of my favorite corners in the league.
The New York Football Jets. I think Zach Wilson is going to actually be very good this year.
Very good.
And I think they had the best draft out of all the teams in the NFL this year.
For sure.
But they obviously still the Jets, so they just gonna be at the bottom. But I think this stay last year at the bottom for a while.
So, quick question: better year 2, Trevor Lawrence or Zach Wilson?
I'm gonna go better win total. I'm gonna say Trevor, but individually, as in like they get better, I'm gonna go Zach.
Ooh,
and this coming from a dude who went to Clemson. I'm gonna say
heart is saying the same thing. I don't know why. I feel like it's more likely that Zach like has a better year too. Yeah, than Trevor. I don't know why. I feel like I don't believe Trevor's gonna have a jump. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's nothing really. Maybe his year 1 looked that bad to me that it's hard for me to believe. But in reality, it doesn't. Year 1,
some interceptions.
But in reality, it doesn't mean anything. It's his first year. It doesn't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? But it puts something. I don't know. I just can't. And then I guess Zach did pretty good against us, so maybe that's what it is. You know. So
yeah, I was gonna say I think Zach had a strong end. Well, not strong end, but he had a solid campaign.
He looked okay.
Yeah.
When we beat them.
Yeah.
He sucked for like 3 quarters and a half though.
Yeah, and that was his first NFL game, but he almost had a damn comeback victory. You know.
Yeah. I think Trevor has more wins and the better second season. And again, part of that is I'm trusting Doug Peterson to make a jump more than Robert Saleh.
You know what? I keep forgetting they got Doug. I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. Doug, yeah. I mean, I still think Zach gonna have a good a great. Well, I ain't gonna say great, but I still think he's gonna be very good this year.
And I think Doug is gonna make it easier
Yeah,
on a young quarterback than Robert Saleh and whoever they got out offensive coordinator.
yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right. You're right.
And even weapon wise. I mean, who's the Jets receivers?
They got Olave, right? Is that who they got? Or Garrett Wilson? One of them. They
Garrett
got
Wilson.
Garrett Wilson. Yeah.
I don't know.
And
They got weapons though. They got the
better than the
roster.
Jets?
The roster's looking. The roster is looking like the Jags roster, where it's like, oh, they got a piece there. Oh, they got a
Yeah.
piece there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's looking like that. Like
And
they're on the
especially
same plane.
especially with that young talent, because they picked up. Did they get another receiver in the draft too? Besides,
Did they get Jamison Williams?
no, he, God forbid, Lord have mercy on him. He in Detroit.
Yeah.
But I feel like they got another dude. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know the pieces, but I know they got a few pieces now.
You know, I like I like Michael Carter because
They-
he
yeah,
went to
they-
USC.
They got Michael Carter, but they got Elijah
Brees
Moore.
Hall too.
Elijah Moore. Forgot about him.
Okay, yeah.
So they got I like their receiving core better than I mean,
Marvin Jones.
yeah,
Christian Kirk.
they not moving me for real. They're fine. They're good, but they're not. They ain't. You know, that's not my favorite part about their team, about the Jags team.
Okay, RTP.
We got the Bills, number 1, winning the division.
Mhm.
I also agree there shouldn't be no reason why they can't make the Super Bowl. I mean, there probably is. We played them, and I expected a fight. We dog walked them. They ended up making it a game and coming back, but we definitely like took our foot off defensively, and like I was surprised.
Y'all do that every game, every time y'all lose.
No. We didn't lose. We won, but we like whipped their ass, bro. Like we kicked their ass, and then they just came back. And like I said, it wasn't like, oh, we can't stop it. It was kind of like, I don't know, man. We shouldn't have hit them as hard as we hit them. So there's something there. I don't know what, but there's something there. I didn't really look into the game, but they're my number 1 AFC team. Like I think I said it last year. I thought it was gonna be Bucks, Bills last year. But they're number 1. Number 2, number 3, number 4 can all be. I think they're all the same, dude. The only thing is when it comes to the Patriots, I do hear what you're saying about they might surprise. I don't think they make the playoffs. I don't think they make the playoffs at all.
RCP's a Tua hater too, by the way, for anybody watching.
I don't hate. I don't think
A Tua disliker.
to a non-believer. The Patriots play the Dolphins, the Steelers, which I don't think that. Well, they could if they play the rookie or whatever, they could win that. The Ravens, they're not going to beat the Ravens. Well, they might because Lamar
Belichick might be able to stop Lamar. Is what you about to say?
Belichick might be smart enough to just zero blitz them. But they're not.
I told y'all I know RTP's arguments before he said
they're not going to beat the Packers. I think they can even lose to the Lions. I don't know what they're going to do with the Browns. They're not beating. There's so many teams that they could because the Colts. They're not.
But
I just don't think.
What we're forgetting when it comes to New England is who they made offensive coordinator with Josh McDaniels leaving, right?
Who?
Matt Patricia, wasn't it? Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you expected that to move the needle for me, but
yeah, man.
I'm talking about in a bad way.
Oh yeah. So
Matt Patricia's a defensive coach who sucked in Detroit.
He's
too. So this is what I'm struggling with. Okay, I don't love Mac Jones. I don't think he's trash, but I think he's meaty. I think he's okay. You know what I'm saying? He could be better. He could be. I can see him Kirk Cousinish. You know what I'm saying? Like he could do enough to win games.
He mid, bro. I mean,
Yeah,
he
you
big,
know
big.
what I'm saying? I don't think, same thing. I know people don't like this take, but same thing with Dak Prescott. I think he can do enough to win
Woo,
games.
Oh
You know what
my
I'm saying? I
God!
don't
Stop it!
I don't think
woo.
Wilding
I
with
don't
some of these takes.
bro, I don't think he's a problem. You know what I'm
I don't
saying?
even
So
think. I don't even think Mac Jones. Mac Jones would pray to be Kirk Cousins, in my opinion.
Yo, I was just about to say.
no, yeah. That would be his ceiling. Like
Yeah,
that would be like I did not expect Mac Jones to be there. I'm not saying that's what he is now.
I
I'm
yeah.
mean,
saying like
like y'all
his
winning games with dude throwing like 6
right.
passes and shit. Like,
Right. That's what I'm
wow.
saying. That's the greatest that he could possibly be. And I don't think he's gonna even be that.
He won't ever
You know
get
what
that
I'm
because
saying?
he ain't got because Kurt can throw it a lot deeper than
Right.
Mac.
I don't see that in him. But
Yeah.
again, his rookie year. You never know. Second year, something clicks a little bit better. But even if it does, I don't see him being better than Dak. I don't see him being better than Kirk Cousins type. You know what I'm saying? So with that said, I think Belichick is very, very, very overrated.
Hmm.
Knowing what I know now with
That's a
Tom
lot of
Brady,
berries.
that yes, I think I've said it before. You've heard me say it before, and I'll say it again for your channel. I think Bill Belichick is Rex Ryan with Tom Brady. That's all I. That's
Hey
all I think.
yo,
Rex Ryan.
that's cold. That's cold.
Bill
Yo,
Belichick
That's cold.
is
Cambo,
Rex Ryan.
Cambo.
Yeah.
I'm sure now you can tell why RTP gets jumped in Twitter Spaces, right?
That's cold, bro.
But listen,
But I like it.
listen.
The thing though,
Yes,
like I can't
see,
even knock it. I
he
can't even knock it.
listens. He listens to what I say, and then he goes, even though you don't have to agree, but you're gonna be like, if you really listen to what I say and you know a little bit of football, you're gonna be like, okay, I can see why he's going that way, or I can see
Yeah,
why
but
he's
in a
saying
Twitter
that.
space, you're not getting that
Yeah,
long.
I
Like
know,
You ain't
I
they
know, I
already.
know, I know.
Soon as you said
Soon as you
Belichick
said
and Rex
Rex Ryan,
Ryan, they already ready to
Of
kick you.
course, but see, there's certain reasons. There's certain reasons why I say certain names because I know it triggers people. You know what I'm saying? I know certain names they don't really think about it. But let's be honest, bro. Rex Ryan took Mark Sanchez to the AFC Championship,
Three
twice.
times, two
and
times,
it,
three times.
and
I don't
yeah,
know. It might have
twice.
been three. Yeah,
I
it's
think it was
something. It was
twice.
back to back. Yeah.
But and it's not like he did that in somebody else's division. He did that in Belichick's division. Let's get that
Mm.
straight. Okay, with a Tom Brady. Okay, so listen, people sleep on Rex Ryan, but it ain't even about that. It's about that. When I say Rex Ryan, they get mad. Listen, Rex Ryan is a hell of a defensive coordinator, a defensive coach,
Oh yeah, the whole
and he
Ryan
was
family.
he
Besides
was a he
Rod,
was a good head coach. He just didn't have a damn quarterback. Belichick, I don't even think is that good of a head coach, to be honest with you. Okay, he can't draft for shit. Okay,
Yeah, that's his.
that's
To
general
me,
manager though.
to me
Belichick.
that's his main flaw right there. Is the
I don't.
draft.
I'm not saying who's his general manager.
Him.
It's
He is.
him.
It's him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. That's general manager is him. So he
Yeah.
can't draft. His offense was all Brady. We know that. It was all Brady. Okay. Now, the only credit I could give, or I will give, or that I can't take away because there's no proof of it to take away, is the way that he gradually brought along Brady with the team because it was a defensive team. And you know what I'm saying? So maybe the way he brought him into the
playing devil's advocate,
uh-huh.
Belichick will say, "Well, 2 out of the last 3 times you've seen me without Brady, I've won double-digit games."
Yeah, but it's still, and I like that. But this is why I still give that to Brady, because one, that roster is made because of Brady. That's players coming with a discount to play for Brady. That's one. Two, Brady taking a cheap deal to give them more money to get
Yeah.
players defensively or whatever they need. That's still Brady.
So what
And
about
number
last year
three,
then?
what about last year? They made it to the playoffs and got their ass dog walked.
But he won
Defensively,
games, though.
that's okay. There's a lot of teams that could win games because they play against teams that are not ready to play against Belichick. Listen, again, Rex Ryan is a great defensive genius. Belichick is a great defensive genius. My problem is when they act like he's the most genius, and that no. He's one of the great defensive genius coaches. He does, and to be honest, some things that he does is really not that genius. I just think there's a lot more stupid coaches in the NFL that get in their heads. He gave he double teamed one on wait, what was it?
He used to so what he used to do was he would double team the number one receiver.
Right.
And put his best corner on the second
right.
receiver.
There you go. Double, yeah, it's that's not that genius. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I don't know. There's just things that he did, and it's like the things he does it's good. Like he's a good defensive coach. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's just everything else was Brady. Not only that, when you have Tom Brady, this is another thing that I try to tell Saint fans, that I try to tell fans of team franchises or teams that lose a GOAT. And I tell them this: there's a difference when you come into training camp, when you're in an off season and then come into training camp, knowing who your quarterback is, knowing your quarterback is Tom Brady, knowing your quarterback is Drew Brees, knowing your quarterback is one of the elite quarterbacks that gives you a chance to win a Super Bowl. There's a difference of your whole roster going into an off season with that in mind and saying, I'm not going to be that guy that's lagging. I'm not going to be that guy that messes up the season. We got a Super Bowl chance this year because I have Drew Brees, I have Tom Brady, I have Peyton Manning, I have one of those guys. I'm not going to be that guy. There's a difference between that and your roster going into an offseason or going into training camp or preseason or whatever with a Mac Jones and we'll see what he does this year. I ain't got to worry about being that guy because we don't even know if we got the answer quarterback anyways. We don't know what kind of team we got. You get what I'm saying? So having Tom Brady with the Patriots has everybody on that roster on 1,000. When Tom Brady came to the Bucs, not one player on the Tampa Bay Bucs was not thinking Super Bowl. Immediately, it gives you that thought of, I'm giving 1,000%. Before Tom Brady, people went to Tampa to kick their feet up and collect the check. This team ain't doing shit anyways. So all I got to do is get my average and people won't be mad at me because, hey, this is my average. But when Tom Brady comes around, it ain't even about the average. It's about I just got to give my all, whether it's I get my average or I get less than my average, but I did my job. I got to give my all. Mm-hmm. It's a whole different mindset. So when you have a Tom Brady, not only does he give you extra money to grab these players, not only does players come to your team with for less money because they want to win a championship, but they're all ready to play. They're all giving you 100%. They're all going to give you their best right away. What the fuck do you need a head coach for then?
Agreed.
What do you need a head coach for if they're ready to play? They're going to be in their books. They're going to watch tape. They're going to do all that because they know who they have at quarterback. They know what type of team they could potentially have. They're not going to argue about contracts. They're going to take less. You know what I'm saying? What do you need a head coach for?
Mm-hmm.
Do the game plan. He's great at game planning. Can't take that away from him. But so is Rex Ryan. So is Wade Phillips. So is Todd Bowles. There's a lot of great defensive coordinators out there that could come up with some great game plans. So I think Bill Belichick is just another one of those, but he had a Tom Brady. With that said, I can see them maybe sneaking in. Now that I'm looking at the schedule, I can see them sneaking in because of Belichick being able to beat some of these teams and getting enough wins. But either way, man, I'll just put them in second. Third, fourth, flip a coin between the Jets and the Dolphins. Listen.
Oh, you disrespectful motherfucker.
No. Let me break this down real quick.
I need D1 here. I need D1 here, bro.
D1 ain't.
I need D1 here, bro.
I wish he would. Listen, we talked about the Jets already, right? We talked about the Jets, what they have, what they could be, and all that stuff. I agree with all that stuff that we already talked about with the Jets, right? Now, Miami should be more consistent, should be better than the Jets. Miami should be easier to bet on for Miami than the Jets. It should be more realistic that Miami's going to be better than the Jets. But if you look deeper, it's not. One, Tua is not a good quarterback. Two, They have no idea what they have in Mike McDaniels at all, their head coach. 3, they have said that they have a historically worse O-line. Tell me how it gets better with one tackle and a guard.
Yeah, that's
It's
a
not.
good point. I forgot they
It's
old
not.
line was garbage.
They for some reason they believe that having Armstead, who probably ain't gonna even make it through the whole season because he hasn't in I don't know how many years. For some reason, having Armstead and grabbing a guard fixed their O-line problem. That's not football. That's not realistic. That's not gonna happen.
They think that plus Mike McDaniels will help the offensive
Right.
line.
This
And having a running game.
which is funny because they don't know if they're gonna have a running game. For one, their running backs that they have get hurt themselves. That's one. For two, they have no idea if they're gonna be a run first team or if they're gonna air it out with Waddle. They don't know they don't know their identity, which is fair because nobody knows what their identity is because it could be different year to year. But they have no idea with what Mike McDaniels even wants to do. They don't know what scheme. I mean, they say that it's supposed to be like San Fran, right? But they don't have a George Kittle to block. They don't have the O-line like the San Francisco 49ers. They don't have a fullback like Jazuki or whatever the hell his name is.
Yeah.
They have a fullback, but it's not the number 1 fullback. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. But all that stuff said, there's too many question marks of what the Dolphins are going to be. And the question marks is the head coach. What's the likelihood of their head coach working out? No one's ever heard of him before.
Mike McDaniel's been around a long time, though.
But no one's heard of him. What's the likelihood of him working out? They tried to say that, he called play for Kyle Shanahan. Then they found out, no, he didn't call plays for Kyle Shanahan. He just did run plays for Kyle Shanahan. Then they found out not only did he just do run plays for Kyle Shanahan, but he didn't even play call the run plays for Kyle Shanahan. He just suggested a few plays and Kyle Shanahan would choose. So there's that. Tua has shown no type of reason why he will upgrade. He's had 2 different, or technically 3, but 2 different years of different offensive coordinators. Both of them never gave him a pro-style offense. They want to blame the O-line. They want to say that, our O-line was trash, so we couldn't run a pro-style offense. But yet we've already heard Tua in one offseason say, I didn't know the playbook like I should have. We've seen Fitzpatrick move the ball when Tua couldn't.
You think that's just quarterback talk, though? I think niggas just be saying that at this point.
No, and the reason why I don't think that is because, one, everyone knows that there was 2 different playbooks for Fitzpatrick and for Tua. And when they said, it's because Tua, it's because Fitzpatrick's a veteran in the play, well then, okay, I understand that. So then why, when he got another offensive coordinator, why was there still no professional type of plays for him? They would sprinkle it here and there, but they just mostly did a lot of RPOs. This is why he started looking, not even good, just started looking like, okay, maybe he can play a little something in the NFL because they started running a whole bunch of RPOs. So it looks to me like he can't run a professional style offense in the NFL. So there's that. There's the arm situation. There's the injury situation with Tua. There's the not taking shots when they're there. There's the not throwing a professional throw in pro windows. There's too many things for Tua. I just don't believe he's the guy at all. So, and the biggest thing is the O-line. The O-line's still going to be trash.
I forgot their O-line was like that bad. Their O-line was garbage. You think ours was bad last year? Theirs was snaking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know that, but I'm just saying. Sometimes getting a couple pieces can help, though. Sometimes, the Bucs did that. Y'all had offensive linemen that looked better once y'all, got different pieces and coaches.
Yeah.
Listen. Our O-line,
Chapel for one.
Our O-line No, first of
Alex
all,
Kappa was shitty.
First of all, Alex Kappa got better, but he wasn't that bad. That's one. Okay,
Shit, he was a turnstile.
No, only against certain type of defensive tackles that were just manpowering him. Yeah, you had defense. Come on, you had those defensive tackles. You got strong guys. Like only certain people that he looked like shitty, but he didn't look bad. He didn't look terrible. He didn't look like he was a part of the most historical, worst O-line ever. That's one. And not only that, but that's one guy. One guy.
You know, I used to think Donovan was
Donovan, and I've told you this. Donovan has looked good against really good players and then looked trash against an okay player. Donovan was just one of those. He just, when he wants to play, he wants to play. That's one.
Trying to say he the Carmelo of the line?
Basically. And number two, that line didn't look all pro until Brady got here, which is a whole different ballgame.
Tristan Wirfs, which they can say they Teron Armstead is their Tristan Wirfs.
Okay, so where's your Ali Marpet? Where's your Ryan Jensen?
They signed old boy from the Cowboys.
The guard?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They got a tackle. They got a tackle on one side and a guard on the other side. How is that supposed to help you?
I don't know. I'm not a Dolphins fan. That's why I need D1. But that was so disrespectful. D1, if you watching this and you go back and watch this, like, you should have been here, dog, because I know you would have that would have been an interesting conversation once he said that. Jets and Dolphins flip a coin for third or fourth is crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
But let me see. I will go Bills, Dolphins. Oh.
I told you they closer to third than they closer to last than anything else. Yup.
Bills, Dolphins. Pull the trigger, T.
By the way, let me just say this real quick. Dolphins has the worst roster.
You bugging.
I don't know. I think the Patriots got the worst roster.
You bugging.
You might be right about that.
Bills, Dolphins.
They number one wide receiver is Jacoby Myers, bro. That's not
Jacoby Myers, Nelson Aguilar, like that's their receiving core.
Yeah, man. It's Kendrick Bourne, I think, still there too.
Yeah.
Which it's not a horrible core, but
defensively,
like
they lost J.C. Jackson, so they started Jonathan Jones. And the other Jones, I don't even remember his name.
Yeah, I don't even know who they got, bro. Van Noy not even there no more at linebacker. I don't know what they got.
They only got Judon.
Go on and pull the trigger, man. Go on and say that. Go on and say it. You know you want to.
Jets.
Woo!
Yes. There it is. There it is.
But hey, I'm telling you, man, like it really might shake out that way. It's either gonna shake out that way, or they gonna mess around and.
The past two got Devontae Parker, but I mean, they got him because the Dolphins didn't want him.
I'm about to say, I didn't even know they had him.
Yeah.
Parks is hyping up Tyquan Thornton. I do fuck with Tyquan Thornton from Baylor, but when I was hyping him up, wasn't nobody. Oh god, I wanted to take Tyquan Thornton.
He in New England.
Yeah, he a Baylor boy. Fast as shit in 6'4". He like 6'4" and run like a.
Why Matt Fool ain't drafted?
I thought he was going to. Patriots took him early though. He was projected to be like a 4th round pick, and Belichick took him like in the 2nd round.
I remember they took that guard that people had
first. That was like he thought he was gonna be like a 5th round pick.
People had him like a 5th round grade, and he took him in the 1st.
It's part of that Belichick can't draft.
Yeah, that's.
Oh yeah. Because the Rams didn't have a pick until what, the 4th round?
Yeah, something like that. The Rams
McVay was like, I spent all this time scouting him as a potential 4th round pick, and Belichick took him in the first.
The Rams ain't had a first round pick since Jared Goff, I think.
Facts.
Would you believe that? That's crazy.
Fuck them picks.
Yeah.
We trying to win. Fuck them picks.
I ain't mad at them, man. They just won a bowl. I ain't mad at them.
Ooh, no, I said Patriots and last on wax. Ooh.
So for me to just wrap this division up, obviously we all think it's Bills, right? All think it's Bills. That's easy.
Yeah.
I would say, honestly, no matter how we ordered the next one and the next 2, 3, 4, I can see any of it playing out. Honestly, I can see the Pats being last. I can see them being second. I can see them being third. I can see the Dolphins being second.
I got Dolphins firmly in second.
I can see any of them being in any order except for the Bills being in first. But I will say this, because like I said, I can see the Pats being last. If any other team in this division makes the playoffs, it's only the Pats. Yeah. That's how I sum up this division. It's the Bills for me.
I
it's
can see the Dolphins first. Get a wild card.
I cannot see the Dolphins getting close to the fucking wild card.
But we'll do our wild cards after we finish the AFC North. So let's.
All right.
So I can't remember which one of y'all started the last one. So I'm gonna say RTP. I know you did start the last one. So Cambo.
No. I started the last two. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, RTP. Yeah. My memory bad. AFC North: Ravens, Browns, Steelers. Who's the 4th team?
Bengals.
Ravens, Browns. Yeah, Bengals.
All right, number 1.
He about to say something crazy. I can tell by this.
No, I'm trying to decide between.
Actually, Baker's having a versus Willis Twitter space.
In
the space.
Can I? Yeah, hold on. Let me see something. I'll tell you right now. All I got to do is look at one thing real quick.
Okay. By the way, too, RCP, your boy Pac-Man's I already knew he was a hoe, but he was a super hoe today.
What'd he do?
Nigga was typing for about 30 minutes to an hour trying to get at this girl that was in the Twitter space.
No.
They put him in the Twitter space. Nigga didn't say shit.
No.
Wow.
No.
It did. So then they start clowning. They was like, how that man in love more with Tom Brady than he is with women.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boy salesman. Between these two guys, who was the worst Panthers quarterback, Jimmy Clausen and Sam Darnold?
Jimmy Clausen. I voted for Sam simply because our roster is so much better than what Jimmy had. But Jimmy was garbage. Don't get me wrong, but
Jimmy couldn't even get the snap half the time.
Yeah, man. Jimmy was god awful, but he gave us a blessing in giving us Cam Newton, so I can't even be mad at him, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Jimmy's worse than Chris Winkie.
So first place, I'm going with the Bengals. Bengals first place. I was gonna put the Ravens, but I looked at the Bengals schedule and I looked at the Ravens. Listen. I think the Ravens are more consistent of winning. I have more faith in the Ravens winning games than I have the Bengals winning games.
The Bengals going from third to first.
I like the Bengals, but because they're the Bengals, it's hard for me to be like, yeah, the Bengals. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I kind of feel like last year wasn't exactly the Bengals are here situation. It was more of like you've heard me say this before with the Eagles. Like it was just one of those seasons where it's like, man, things just went right for you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it was more of a like, oh, they got this piece, they got that piece, they're ready to go again. Yeah. I do think it's a little bit of that. but I don't think it's that much of that. But
and for our purposes, real quick,
uh-huh.
we'll say Deshaun with the Browns. I will say 4 to 6 game suspension.
No,
I think that's what it would.
It's got to be a minimum of 8. It's got to be a minimum of 8.
I don't think
if not the whole year.
I think he's getting 4 to 6.
Nah, there's no way.
He might appeal it lower than that.
They're gonna give him a year, but he's gonna appeal it, and it's gonna be 8. That's what I think.
I really think it's gonna be a year, but it's no way to be less.
You gonna give him a full year off of conduct?
Yeah,
that's all you gonna get him for,
bruh. It's not a conduct. Like that's the problem. It's not a conduct.
But he settled what?
Yes,
damn near all of them, but what 5?
It don't matter. There's no way.
They cracking
I don't think they're gonna give him the full year.
They cracking down hard. I think he got a year.
I think they want to, but I think it will be 4.
Oh no, they want to give him a year. He not serving it though. He only gonna serve 8.
I'm gonna be
that
appeal is gonna hit strong because that appeal.
I say 4 to 6, and if you look at the Browns schedule, because Louis T was doing schedules for the AFC North the other day. If it's 4 to 6, their record can be pretty damn good when he comes back.
Well, like I said, I'd be surprised if it ain't the whole year. But if it's under 8, oh no way. There's no way. But anyways, like I said, the Bengals, I trust the Ravens more than I trust the Bengals, but I do like the Bengals schedule a lot more than I like the Ravens schedule. I feel like the Ravens in their schedule play a lot more defensive teams that can actually stop Lamar. So because of that, I'm going to give the edge to the Bengals, and I'm going to put Lamar and the Ravens at number 2. You got the Browns and the Steelers. Okay, shoot, and those are the 2. Same thing where I'm like, I can see the Steelers, but I can.
It's hard to predict the Steelers because we don't know if they're gonna go Mitch.
Right.
And how long they're gonna go Mitch,
and then it's like the Browns, but the Browns we know the Browns got a good team, at least a decent team. Like they can still win games.
The question is, how many games you think Jacoby Brissett?
Right.
I don't know why they didn't sign Cam over Josh Rosen, but
let's not go down that road.
Yeah. If you say Josh Rosen is better than Cam, I'm gonna end this shit.
Hold on. Let me get my predictions out first before we end it.
All right, I'm just gonna go.
We're gonna have to do the NFC next week or so.
I'm gonna go Bengals and then Steelers. Just I flip a coin. It don't matter.
Browns and then Steelers.
I mean Browns and Steelers. Yeah, sorry.
All right, Cambo.
All right, so for me, I'm gonna go Ravens, Bengals, both playoff teams. Browns, and that's what's it called? That's with the suspension, and then I'm gonna go. I feel like Steelers gonna be last regardless of who quarterback, and that's not even. Well, you know
both
what?
Of y'all think Mike Tomlin's having the first losing season of his career?
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes, simply because Mitch Trubisky is just not that good, and then Kenny Pickett's a rookie, so like I don't see how they can. I mean, I don't know because
always been able to figure it out. Though.
Yeah, that's true. Because Rudolph,
Josh Dobbs.
Yeah, you're right. Hold on, I got it. Well, I'm gonna stay at 10 toes down, and I'm gonna say Steelers last.
I'm gonna be a bitch, and I'm going Steelers as third. I changed my mind.
Because like I have Tomlin as number 3 on my coach list because to me he figures it out.
Who you had it too? Belichick?
Yeah. Reed, Belichick, Tomlin, McVay, Harbaugh, Pete Carroll, Shanahan, McDermott.
Pete Carroll. Ooh.
We'll find out this year.
Ooh, for real. Ooh.
I mean, I don't think the Seahawks are going to be good, but Pete Carroll.
But if they are, you got to jump him up.
Yeah,
Oh
honestly.
yeah, if he figures it out with Drew Lock, yeah, he can
Ooh.
jump above Harbaugh.
Yeah, facts.
I don't think I wouldn't. I don't think there's no way he's gonna jump ahead of McVay, Tomlin, Belichick, or Reed.
McVay. I think McVay's a little bit of a little hype. I mean, McVay got a freaking look at his team.
I mean, but
he
he's part of
built
that
it.
decision making to say fuck them pigs.
Yeah, he the one who built it though, like that.
True.
And
You
his
do gotta give him
offensive
credit.
system is, I mean,
He was pulling strings.
yeah. I've definitely always felt like he's heavily involved in the front office decision.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, even now, he the main one saying if Odell healthy later on in the year, he bringing him back.
Mm.
Let me see. North, I'm gonna go Ravens. I'm gonna go.
Hold on now.
I want to say Steelers, but I don't know about the Browns. Again, if Deshaun get 4 to 6, I'm gonna go Browns. Steelers.
Bengals last? What?
If Deshaun gets like 8 or the full year, then they would be last and the Bengals would be third. I don't have the Bengals going back to the playoffs. And I've been on that all season.
That's not that big of a take though, because usually,
Super Bowl. That Super Bowl hangover is real,
yeah,
but
yeah.
And I'm not as much on the Joe Burrow train as everybody else either.
I'm not either. But I think he can put some stuff together though.
I'm on the Jamar Chase train though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm definitely on the Joe Burrow train. I just not on the Bengals train. The rest of the roster. You know what I'm saying? The offense is dope.
And they defense, I mean, I think it's hard to rely on Trey Hendrickson. You got a damn good year out of Eli Apple.
Right. That's why I don't believe. That's why it's hard for me. But yeah.
Right. Yeah. So either way, I had the Bengals making the playoffs, whether they in fourth or third. That wraps up the AFC. So who's everybody's wild card teams?
So let me think. I gotta think about who my
division winners
were. Yeah. So I had I had the same. I had Chiefs. Then I had Ravens, Colts, and then
Bills.
Yeah. So wild card for me, I'm gonna say, huh?
3.
Yeah, 3. So I'm gonna say at 7 at the last place in the wild card, I'm gonna go with damn, I should have wrote it down.
I think you said Bengals.
I had Bengals at 6. Yeah, I'm gonna say
well, I don't know about 5, 6, 7, but I think you definitely said Bengals as a wild card team.
Yeah. I had Bengals and then
somebody out the West.
And then I got 2 people out the West. Because I don't think anybody out the North is making it other than the Bills. And I don't think anybody out the South is making it other than the oh well, hold on, Tennessee. Shoot. Let me go. Let me double down. Let me
crazy.
Let me
be a lot of good teams at the playoffs.
Let me double down. I'm gonna say Bengals at 7. At 6, I'm gonna say Raiders. 5, I'm gonna say what's it called? No, excuse me. 5 6, I'm gonna say Chargers. 5, I'm gonna say Raiders. And then
so one team out the East, one team out the South, 3 teams out the West, and 2 teams out the North.
Yeah. One out the North. No. One out the North, one out the South.
I thought you said Bengals and Ravens.
Hold on. No, I'm tripping. One out the East, one out the South. Yeah. 2 out the
North.
The North, yeah. And then
3 out the West.
Yeah.
All right, RTP, 3 wild card teams.
3 wildcard teams. Chargers at 7. I got the Ravens at 6. I got the Titans at 5. I got the
Division winners was
the Bengals are going to be in 4th. I got the
he doing the whole AFC ranking.
Oh yeah, I forgot to say my top 4. Go ahead.
I ain't even doing C's. I'm just doing playoffs on mine. But go ahead.
feel like I'm missing a division.
See, I'm not really a record person.
I'm just putting the tiers of where I think these teams are going to be as far as good. I got the Bills as the best team. The number 1 AFC team. Oh, that's what it was. Broncos. The Broncos are going to be. I'll put the Broncos. Colts and Broncos are going to be fighting for 2 and 3 seed. There it is.
So you got Bills
division winner Bills number 1 AFC. Division winners Broncos and the Colts are fighting for 2 and 3. The last division was going to be the Bengals. Then the wild card, the next runner up is going to be the Tennessee Titans, and then the Ravens after them, and then the Chargers.
So you got 2 teams coming out of the South. I can't do it. So my division winners was Bills, Ravens, Chiefs, Titans. My wild cards is Dolphins, Broncos, and Chargers. So that's 3 out the West, 1 out the South, 1 out the North is crazy, but I'm gonna do it. And 2 out the East. All right. So NFC. Damn, we had 2.5 hours. So let's speed it up a little bit. NFC, let's start with the North. RTP, you can go again. NFC North.
Like I said, man, there's a lot of bad in the NFC. I'm gonna put Packers 1 because I still think that just Aaron Rodgers is gonna win that division. It should be the Vikings, but I don't know. I just don't see Aaron Rodgers giving it up. So it's gonna be Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, then the Vikings, and then what else is in that division? The Bears and who else?
The Lions.
There it is right there.
All right, Campbell.
Yeah, same order. Packers.
Did the Vikings get a new coach?
Yeah.
Who's their new coach?
Hell if I know. But they got rid of old boy though, because
I know they got rid of Zimmer, but
yeah, because he was acting like an ass at the end. Forgot who they. That's a good question. They get.
Let me see. Vikings head coach Kevin Connell.
Who?
Kevin O'Connell.
Either way, I'm gonna go. I got the same Packers, Vikings, Bears, Lions. Easy. Honestly.
Kevin O'Connell has been the offensive coordinator for the Rams for the past 2 seasons.
Okay.
Ooh, let the Vikings get a little something. I think they're gonna fight for it.
Yep, he got hired in February. So you won the Super Bowl and your reward was
a cold ass job.
Yep, with some studs.
Yeah, it's not a bad job at all.
I'm going to go Vikings. Woo! I was already going to do it before I knew that. I think Rodgers gonna fall to earth a little bit with no weapons like that.
Definitely can see it.
I'm gonna go Vikings. I'm gonna go Packers. I'm gonna go Bears. Bears need to help Justin Fields
quickly.
Like, damn, bro. Like, your 1-star get over the offseason was fucking N'Keal Harry. Like, fucking disrespectful.
Nasty, bro. What more? They need to help my man's out.
Trade Justin Fields to Carolina, bro.
Thank you,
right.
bro. Now you talking.
Make it right, bro.
Yes.
Kevin O'Connell left the Rams though and became the Vikings head coach. Wiggins World, from what I just saw. Oh, he was saying that's their head coach. Got you. You was right. But yeah, fucking help Justin Fields, bro. It's so disrespectful. And Lions, I mean, whatever they doing out there is whatever they doing out there. But that's a pretty easy division to do.
Who's the head coach for Chicago?
It's not Matt Nagy no more.
Nah, they fired him. Bears offensive coach. You know, everybody getting hired now is out of fucking McVay's tree, so probably Matt Eberflus.
Bro, who? Where he came from? Probably San Francisco.
1 and 2, Vikings and Packers. Yeah. Either way wouldn't surprise me. And 3 and 4.
Eberflus was with the Colts, defensive coordinator.
Okay.
So you didn't even get Fields an offensive coach. Bro, yo, hey, Chicago. Let my nigga go, bro.
Facts. Either way, I can see 3 and 4 going either way too. So
okay. NFC East, NFC least. Cambo, start us off.
All right. NFC least, I'm gonna go Cowboys. I'm gonna go Cowboys. I'm gonna go Eagles. I'm gonna go Washington Commanders, and I'm gonna go New York Football Giants.
RTP, shake us up because I know you fuck with your boy Ron.
You already know. Commanders winning the division.
Wow.
Winning that division. They got the best coach. They got the best quarterback in that division. They got the best weapon and Scary Terry in that division.
Oh.
Yeah, I said it. I said it.
Oh, no, hold on. What?
Yeah.
The Commanders got the best what?
They got the best head coach. They got the best quarterback. They got the best weapon in Scary Terry.
Man, this is
RGP hates black quarterbacks.
I don't. That's a lie. I don't hate black quarterbacks.
It's evident. You've seen it.
Carson Wentz is better, bro. Scary Terry is the best weapon in that division.
Over AJ Brown?
Yeah, hell yeah. Scary Terry's super underrated.
I probably take Scary Terry over Brown too.
He's a beast. I think that defense will come up and do what they're supposed to be doing this year. I think they win that division.
RGP is probably the only person who liked Ron just as much as the Panthers fan base does.
You know, he is Puerto Rican.
You like him better than I do, then I ain't gonna hold you.
I respect.
You just heard him say it's because they both Puerto Rican.
I mean that's definitely a plus. But I always, that I've always thought he was a good head coach. Though I've always respected him as a head coach.
Especially that was part of his taking shit away from Cam was his love for Ron Rivera.
Do what you did with him.
It all connects. It all stems down to him hating on a black quarterback.
You fool! No, so. Second place. I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. Second place. Eagles is the same thing as the Dolphins. It's fool's gold. It's don't believe the hype.
Jalen Hurts, another black quarterback.
He's not a good quarterback, bro. He is not a good quarterback. Jalen Hurts is not a good quarterback, and their head coach is trash. So I'm putting them third.
That's the title. RTP hates black quarterbacks.
Who is their head coach?
Nick Sirianni.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And then the Giants, I would love to put the Giants third, but where's the pieces? You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't. I don't see the pieces. I don't.
I do pray Saquon can turn back into Saquon though.
I would love that, but I don't know. But yeah,
I remember at one point RTP had Saquon as like his best back in the league.
He was. He was like the best, but I even said it. I said he's the best. If he gets hurt though, I don't know, because the stuff that he was doing is God gifted though. He hurt himself. Like, will he be able to do stuff like
his
that?
Cuts and juking and all that is like it make my knee hurt watching him.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. If he got hurt, I don't know if he'd be able to do that again, bro. And he got hurt, so I don't know if he'll ever do that again, bro. But at one point, he was definitely.
I don't think he's gonna get back to form. Unfortunately,
I don't think so either.
I think it's like Derrick Rose, bro. Like the shit you doing, like niggas' knees is not supposed to do that.
Right, facts.
His legs crazy already.
That's what I'm saying.
His legs
running full speed, bam, stop out of nowhere on your knee, like
bro was moving like a locomotive. Legs was.
That's what I'm saying. Like D Rose, you running fast as hell, jump stop on your knee.
Yeah.
Shout out my boy.
What's your ranking?
Say what?
I was asking Cambo what's his ranking.
I gave mine.
He gave his already.
Cowboys.
Yeah, you're right.
Cowboys, Eagles, Commanders, and then Giants.
All right, I'm gonna go Eagles.
Ooh.
I feel like the Eagles already had a good roster. The only question with them is Hurts.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Commanders.
Woo!
I'm gonna go Dallas, only because this will be the excuse to get Sean Payton to come back.
Ooh, that's a good one. I'm gonna put that in my pocket.
That's funny as hell. I ain't gonna lie.
Like they already was like getting on Mike McCarthy's head last year.
Oh no,
they want an excuse to get to go after Sean, bro.
Yeah, so
you can't blame them either.
Yeah.
This will be Sean Payton. They've wanted Sean Payton. They've had wet dreams over Sean Payton for forever.
That's a fact.
That man is a thug.
But this will be their excuse to get Sean Payton back in the league and in Dallas. So I had them in third, and the Giants just because Daniel Jones, I don't think will ever figure it out.
And the thing about him, like his whole he wasn't even good in college, bro. I don't get what they saw him, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And not like Josh Allen. Like Josh Allen wasn't good in college, but at Wyoming you could tell he had like phenomenal arm skills.
Yeah,
and arm talent.
He could do something. Like Daniel Jones, I'll give it to him. Daniel Jones as an athlete is amazing. Like he actually is a really good athlete, but
his rookie year he showed some glimpses. Like
and he was fumble. Remember he was running like a damn duck down the field.
Yeah,
I think
he ran 70-something yards and then tripped up.
I think we saw the glimpses as a rookie and said, "Oh shit, this is him as a rookie. Wait for him." You know what I'm saying? And never did anything after that. Really,
to me though, that's the vibe. That's the Zach Wilson vibes I get.
Yeah, could happen.
Damn, I hope not. I ain't gonna lie to you, because I feel like Zach Wilson got some crazy talent though. I feel like Daniel Jones.
I feel like Zach Wilson is.
Daniel Jones,
the third version of Johnny Manziel.
Ooh, behind Baker, and Johnny and Baker.
I feel like Johnny is Bake and Zach Wilson is 3 reincarnated brothers.
I can see it low key. They kind of got the same body. You know what I'm saying?
And they all 3 had the combines at like or pro days that got you excited. remember when Johnny came out in the past and they lost their mind. Oh my God, Johnny's doing his combine, his pro day with pads on.
Yeah.
Zach had the I'ma reverse and throw it 70 in the air.
Yeah, that jump was funny. Then Justin Fields did the exact same thing the next day.
Yeah.
And wasn't nobody talking about it for some reason.
Shit, didn't we did something crazy? Didn't we didn't go to Justin Fields field pro day or something?
The Panthers didn't even have Justin Fields on their draft board. I don't know if you've seen the video, but
I think that was fake though.
Nah, that was real.
I think somebody said it looked like Justin Fields' name was erased or something.
Why would they erase it? they still shouldn't have
do that shit for the cameras.
I wouldn't
have this year. The whole you could tell that whole draft thing this year was about them trying to pretend like they was having wet dreams over Corral.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, last year they wanted to hype up the fact that Matt Rule's wife chose Chuba.
Yeah, and that still pisses me off to this day because like
run it back because your wife told you to.
Yeah, bro.
Damn, nigga, make her fucking assistant general manager or some shit.
Right, hire her ass or some shit.
That's this damn franchise. That's crazy.
That's like if you was watching y'all draft shit and you seen Jason Light wife be like, "Oh yeah, Jason, you should take such and such." You'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I'd be mad.
Yeah, but Matt Rule's wife was like, "Remember how Chuba used to run crazy against us?
Yeah, it's crazy.
You should draft him."
That's silly shit. And Matt Rule, you see it's starting to become a trend because Matt Rule said that that Darnold was the reason why they got Darnold was because Phil Snow.
Yeah, I don't like your head coach at all, but we're gonna get to that.
Yeah,
you always did say that. I will give you that.
He's a snake oil salesman, but we'll get to that next. Let's go to that was the East. We did the North. Okay, the West.
All right. Let's do the West. Whose turn? RGP.
I got Rams first.
I got played the Rams.
Nah, I got the Rams first. That's our only
competition.
Our only competition, basically. I got the Cardinals second. I got
my nigga.
Where's San Fran and who else is in there? Seattle. San Fran third and Seattle last.
Seattle might be shooting for number one.
Yeah, you ain't lying. You ain't lying.
They might be trying to get old boy from the Draft Day movie.
You ain't.
What was the white boy name?
The Draft Day, wasn't it? I thought it was Arian Foster. What are you talking about?
The quarterback that Seattle ended up taking.
Huh?
Bo Callahan.
Oh, I don't remember that. I don't think I ever seen the movie anyway. But
Draft Day was with the Browns. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but remember they traded with Seattle to take. Seattle took the quarterback.
Yeah, I don't remember that part. Yeah, I know you're talking about that.
But all right, Kimbo, go ahead.
I got the same as that order: Rams, Cardinals,
Niners,
whoever, and then Seattle.
Whoever else is in the division, and then Seattle.
Yeah,
that's my order too. So we're all in agreement, probably then that the Niners are missing the playoffs this year.
I gotta rethink of everything.
Yeah, and y'all are saying the Niners with who? Trey Lance or with Jimmy? Don't matter.
I got him with Lance, but yeah,
I think Jimmy gonna have to end up playing. I think that's gonna be the crazy part. These Niners fans have been killing Jimmy all season.
I'm gonna love it too.
I think they don't get because at the end of the day, right now, who's still looking for a quarterback besides maybe Seattle?
That's it.
Well, he just requested a trade yesterday, I think.
They gave
him permission.
They gave him permission for his agent to try to find a trade.
Right.
But it's like, boy, you should have did that like 3 months ago. You knew you wanted to trade him.
Facts. Yeah,
you're right. Next week.
You right. They should have. He should have been looking for one or something. Yeah, you right.
Yeah, like you waiting a week before training camp. Like
Yeah.
unless a quarterback gets hurt and then they just need Jimmy, because they still asking for like 2 second-round picks.
Okay, so I got an unpopular opinion. You probably not gonna like this.
I like those are my favorite.
We should have traded for Jimmy over Bate.
Absolutely. That would have been well. I'm not gonna say absolutely, but I feel like if you wanted a win now quarterback, because Jimmy, he's not good, so to say.
I don't have no time for no dude in the playoffs who only gets to throw like 10 times. Like if I was gonna do that, I would have drafted Mac Jones.
He's not good, so to say, but like I mean, hell, he's been to a Super Bowl before. Like he done something. You know what I'm saying? A loaded roster, sure.
You right. It's unpopular because I ain't gonna agree with that.
I would say both are taking a shot in the dark, but I'd rather take the shot in the dark with Jimmy than Baker. Easily.
Not for the price. Easily. Jimmy, they want 2 second-round picks.
No.
Yeah, not giving up the picks, but
yeah. We traded a fifth for Bake, and the Browns paid half his salary.
Yeah,
I understand that. I don't care about the paying because if it's just 1 year and you're gonna do that whole thing anyways. I would definitely do it with Jimmy than Baker because Baker I kind of feel like it's a waste anyways. Like I think we know where Baker is.
Thank you.
I think we know what Jimmy is.
Yeah, but Jimmy,
Jimmy's gonna miss a big throw when you need him to make the throw. We done seen that how many playoffs in a row?
But Baker. My thing about Baker is he's gonna throw the picks. You know what I'm saying?
So is Jimmy though. So is Jimmy, and in a crucial time.
And Baker gonna throw touchdowns though.
And
like
so
when people, Campbell. Let me say this real quick. When people keep doing Bake and Darnold have almost the same amount of interceptions. Bake has like fucking
he do
30 more touchdowns than him.
He do. It's kind of he got almost 50 more touchdowns. Baker got
because Panther fans have been doing that since we traded for Bake. Bake and Darnold had the same amount of the touchdowns is not even close. Not nowhere close in the same discussion.
Here's my thing, right? If you have that season where it's like he did good enough, you're gonna have to pay Baker, and it's gonna have to be big.
Yep.
If you do it with Jimmy, that doesn't necessarily have to be big. He got been
paid, and honestly, you ain't even got to pay him.
Well, that's because Bake hasn't had his big contract yet.
Right. So there's that. The other thing is this. Let's say again, you have one of those seasons, right? You pay Jimmy, get your contract. You pay Baker, get your contract. Emotionally, mature-wise, who would you rather in your locker room, Jimmy or Baker? Jimmy. You don't want Baker. Now he knows he got the guys by the balls. He got I got my franchise now. Now I could turn into a dick again or be an asshole again.
I mean, but Jimmy be on his own shit. Fucking point.
Yeah, but not against the team.
Not against the team. Yeah.
Not against the franchise.
Like I said, I
feel like in Carolina we need a face though, so I don't mind.
I don't want it to be him. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Ugly face.
He went 10 games. He can be all the face he want.
He all right, let's go.
He can shoot however many progressive commercials he want. I even hook him up with Bojangles.
And the thing is, we got our what we think about Baker, and we got what we think about Jimmy. And I feel like all of us feel like what we think about both guys are pretty accurate. But if you're wrong, would you rather be wrong about Jimmy or would you rather be wrong about Baker? If you're wrong about Baker, what are you really wrong about? The immaturity, the
interception.
The interceptions and stuff like that. Which
if he have a 30 for 30, bro, I would be so happy to see 30 touchdowns that I wouldn't really even care.
But if you're wrong about Jimmy,
what are you wrong? 6 points, 8
points. Wait. But if you're wrong about Jimmy, what are you wrong about? That he was carried by San Francisco?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? that means what? That he does win then. You know what I'm
just
saying?
saying if I'm a lose, I'd rather watch Bake lose a game than Jimmy lose a game.
Yeah, see, that's where I'm gonna have to.
I said that with Bacon Sam. You know what game I went to last year, Cambo?
Which one?
I went to
Washington game.
Nope. I went to the New England game.
Yeah.
And I have never watched a game and felt like
that's the game he got hurt, right?
No, that's the game he kept shit. He pretty much got JC Jackson paid. And he had Chris in that game.
Oh man, I don't even remember that game. My memory be so it be like come and goes with with the Panthers sometimes.
Man, I have never felt like so more hopeless in a game than that game. And my homeboy RTP know him, Kendall. That was Kendall's first Panther game in the Panther Stadium, bro. And
I know he was somewhere sick.
Yeah, he came all the way from Cali to watch that game.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I might not even drive 20 minutes for a Panthers game. Like he bought the
tickets when I think he originally bought them tickets when he thought Cam was still when it was sky high because they thought Cam was coming to Carolina.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah. Okay.
And so at that point he already had them. So
yeah, fair enough. And you couldn't. If he sold them, he would have sold them at a crazy loss. Yeah,
because he bought them when them tickets was when they thought Cam was coming back to Carolina, boy.
The games last year was like away games.
Yep.
That's so embarrassing, bro. All right, NFC South, I guess.
Yep.
I'm gonna let RTP go.
All right. Well, we got the Bucks first. We got.
We know.
Well, at least you don't think I'm biased this time.
True. Since you have Brady, we can say that you're not just talking.
Right, but Bucks
put
first.
The Bucks at the front with Mike Glennon. Like,
anyways, I have my reasons at the time. Bucks first. Unfortunately, I would have to put the Saints second.
All hate the Saints.
Yeah, so do I. You guys should be third, and the Falcons are fourth. But if I can say something, Team Money, I'm starting to. I don't
Marcus Mariota.
No, hell no. Ritter. I'm having this like. I don't know. Like I'm interested.
They're gonna waste time with Mariota before they go to Ritter, though.
No. Forget the season. I'm not talking about the season. I'm talking about.
Oh, you talking about moving ahead?
Yeah, moving ahead. I'm looking at Ritter like he shouldn't be nothing. He shouldn't be nothing. But there's something that I'm just.
I don't know if he's fucking as fast as Madden trying to say though.
Nah, he was.
How fast do they have him?
He was fat. He was like top 5 fast, I think. Top 6. I think he was number 6 in speed.
They got that nigga is like faster than Mahomes
But he's fast.
Yeah, he should be faster than Mahomes.
Yeah. It was Lamar, Kyler Murray, Malik Willis.
Is Malik really that fast?
Yeah, he quick.
Oh yeah. Malik's stupid fast.
He quick for real.
Yeah. Malik and then Ritter.
Nah, it was somebody between him and Ritter. I forget who though. It was God, I can't think of who.
I don't know either.
I don't even remember. It wasn't because
Malik ran fast as shit, like 4.4.
Yeah. I forgot who the hell did they have. I'm curious now. I might have to go look. Hold on. But hold on, no, I can't look because I can't look right now because I'm on my phone. But
quarterback, fastest, 40-yard dash.
Just put on Madden.
Yeah, Madden. Dude, go to the official Madden.
Oh yeah, I'm about to say, let me go to the tweets now.
Yeah.
So fastest quarterbacks, they had Lamar, Kyler, Malik in third, Justin. I don't even know who Perkins is.
That's right, Justin Fields and then Bryce Perkins. Yep.
Josh Allen, Daniel Jones, Ritter, Mariota, Hurts, Lance, Huntley, Tranny Hill, McSorley, Tyrod.
Man, I'm not even gonna lie to you. This might be biased, but Cam faster than a lot of them dudes that they name, bro. Like I can't even lie.
I don't know about if Cam now.
Nah, man. You last year, bro. He still had them wheels, bro. He still had them wheels. Now I'm not saying he. I'm not saying he.
I don't know if it's is Cam fast or Cam still got his acceleration.
Them strides, bro.
That's what I'm saying. It's his, to me, it's his acceleration. I don't know if you put Cam in a race if he just smoking people.
I'm not saying that he faster than doggone, Lamar, Kyler, Malik, and all them boys, but I think if him, well, I don't know. Tyrod got some wheels too.
No, Tyrod got wheels.
Yeah,
I'm surprised Trey Lance was as far as he was though.
And they got Desmond Ritter as a top rookie quarterback. They got him, Malik, then Matt Corral, then Kenny Pickett, who went in the first round.
That's funny as fuck. I thought that was hilarious.
Then Sam Howell, then Bailey Zapp.
Who also got drafted by New England, which makes you think, number one, either Bill Belichick is really just stupid at his GM job or that he don't believe in Mac.
Don't really trust in Mac,
yeah. But I'm sure it's probably just the first what I said.
But Cambo, what's your NFC South?
All right. So it's gonna be Bucks at 1, obviously. Saints at 2. That third and fourth spot, I think they tied. I think Carolina and Atlanta going to end up with the same record this year.
Ooh. Well, my name is Mr. T Money, aka Big T. You feel me? So I'ma go Bucks, Panthers, nigga. What's up?
Yeah.
New Orleans. And then the Falcons. And if you a Saints fan, come holler at me. You feel me?
Damn.
All right, wild card teams.
Facts. That's what we're gonna do.
Y'all know I'm not doing C's. I'm just doing 3 wild card teams.
I'll do seeds real quick. Number 1 seed, Tampa Bay. Number 2 seed, Rams. Number 3 seed is going to be what division am I missing? Oh,
gotta be the Commanders, or
I'm not gonna put the Commanders there. I'm gonna put the Packers there, and then the Commanders, and then at number, what is that? 5 is going to be number 5. I'm gonna put the Vikings. At number I'm sorry. Number 5 is going to be the Cardinals.
Okay.
Number 6 is going to be the Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
And number 7 is going to be. Damn, you know what? I hate to do this, but I'm. Yup.
Wait, who?
Yup.
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
So you got 2 teams from the South, 2 teams from the West, and 2 teams from the North. So you're saying in the East, the Commanders are the only team to make the playoffs. No Dallas, no Philly.
Nope.
Dang, bro.
Cambo.
Okay, so I got number 1, I'm gonna go to defending Super Bowl champs Rams. Number 2, I'm gonna go Bucks. Number 3, I'm gonna go. Actually, no. I'm gonna go Rams, Packers, Bucks. No. I was right. I'm gonna go Rams, Bucks, Packers. 4. God, what division? Oh, wait, what division am I missing?
Dallas.
Okay, well, Dallas at 4, and then I'm gonna go with at 5. That 5th seed, I'm gonna go Philadelphia Eagles.
So 2 teams up the East.
Yeah. That 6th seed, I'm gonna go. Let me think who else. So what does that leave? The South, the West, which is 6th seed. I'm gonna go Cardinals, and then 7th seed. I'm gonna go. Let's see. I don't think another North is gonna make it. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go New Orleans Saints.
So 2 teams from the South,
Mm-hmm.
2 teams from the East, and 2 teams from the West?
From the West, and one just the Packers from the North.
Who's the wild card from the East?
He has the Eagles.
Eagles, and you got what? The Cowboys winning the division?
Yep.
Gotcha.
The Commanders. I don't know. I'm not a fan of Carson Wentz. I just don't think they're gonna do nothing. But because last year I was high on them. I honestly thought they was gonna go to the playoffs solely off of defense, but they didn't do nothing.
Yeah. Their defense was very disappointing last year.
Yeah. So I don't know.
So my division winners was Bucks, Rams, Eagles, Vikings. So my wild card teams will be.
That's your order? Top 4?
No.
No particular order.
I wasn't doing seeds.
Okay.
Because like I said, I'm not a schedule person. I'm not a look at this. I never do that show. We're gonna look at the schedule. We're gonna say this a win, that's a win, that's a loss, that's a win. Because too many teams be surprising too many teams. Yeah. So I always say that don't make sense.
Well, I was just looking, solely off of who I think was just gonna be the best.
Right.
Yeah, but sometimes you can be the best and not.
And the schedule just not go your way. Or something.
Look at last year. The Titans was the number 1 seed. How many people really would have said, "Hey, the Titans are the best"?
Yeah, that's true. And they was 11-6,
12-5.
Yeah.
With Derrick Henry missing 8 games.
Yeah.
So I will say my wildcard teams: Arizona. Packers.
Mm-hmm.
Panthers, nigga. What's up?
You wild, bro.
They getting us to the playoffs.
Oh my.
Yes, hey, it could happen. I'm gonna tell you right now. I wouldn't be like, no way. You know what I'm saying? Like,
show bake the money.
I'm gonna go ahead and say no way in hell.
People forgetting, bro. CMC might be healthy this year for once.
Again, you have the weapons, you have the tools. You know what I'm saying?
Defensively, a full year of JC Horn. It's gonna be different.
I wouldn't surprise. I just don't trust your coach, bro. I don't like your coach.
Yeah.
Even your quarterback.
I'm not necessarily off the Matt Rule bandwagon. I might be the last one. I might be on that motherfucker by myself.
This is a Matt Rule led team that we talking about.
That's what I'm saying.
I just said
out
it though.
All the pieces,
I'm not necessarily off the Matt Rule bandwagon, bro.
Even Baker, okay, I could see Baker taking you guys to the playoffs. I could see. I mean, I don't believe it'll happen, but I believe more that you guys can make it to the playoffs than I believe Baker Mayfield's going to take you to the playoffs. But I can see it happening. You know what I'm saying? But it's really hard for me to see Matt Rule.
Though, it's really hard. I don't care who on the team, bro.
I think a lot of people forget. Like, if you even defensively, without JC for most of last year, if you go look at those defensive, like our secondary stats, like yards, touchdowns, all that kind of stuff, we was pretty high in a lot of defensive categories.
I mean, like I said, I like your team. I just
need my only questions is Of course, Matt Rule is who's going to replace some of Hassan Reddick's production. And linebackers, which ones of them are going to be serviceable or not. But other than that, I'm Gucci. I'm Gucci. So if it happens, you heard it here first. And I mean, is it a bias? Yes. Do I feel like our roster is good and that we needed a quarterback? Yes. But we will see. So we went about 3 hours. I hope that was good content for everybody. I appreciate RTP and Cambo for coming on because a lot of people said they were coming on. But I appreciate the two of y'all. RTP, you already know you my guy, even though you fuck with the wrong team. Cambo, I appreciate you so much, man. I try to show up to the town halls when you have them. They're always entertaining, always crazy. If y'all have anything RTP you want to plug out there.
RTP Gaming. Real Talk Perez. Real Talk Perez, man. Talk some more football, mostly Bucks, NFC. But yeah, talk football there. Also, bad movies, good reviews. Check that out. Watch TV shows and stuff. Hopefully, Team Money start joining me on that. Watch our reactions to these TV shows we're gonna start watching. That's about it.
Yep. Cambo, anything you want to plug? Your Twitter, probably.
Yeah, just at Cambo So Groovy. Holler at me. It ain't, it's what is it, not NSFW, but holler at your boy over there if you want to chop it up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I appreciate y'all having me on, man. It was fun, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Yeah. It's definitely being able to just talk football, man. It's just it's so rare.
We almost there, bro. We right around the corner. We right around the corner.
Man.
Yeah, I'm being able to talk football with some people who's willing to listen to everybody, and it ain't
right. You know what you're talking about? Oh, I'm fucking get this guy off here.
Yeah, it's rare, but I definitely appreciated this, and I appreciate y'all guys. For me, y'all already, if you're watching right now, you're already on the channel, but also tune in to T Money Gaming. I'm always coming up with something creative over there. A lot of people still don't know because I didn't really broadcast it. I coach college basketball, so one of my series, gaming wise, is I made everybody off of our team in real life and put them on 2K. So that's been a little fun. And then I have another series where I pretty much took myself and we playing high school teams. So playing Bronny, playing whoever you like in high school, and then we're gonna go from there to college to the NBA. But that's it. I appreciate everybody sticking around. 3 hours, man, but it wasn't that bad. It was straight talking football.
Yes, sir.
But I'll catch everybody later, and we'll definitely RTP. We'll definitely look at what we predicted during the year and the end of the year, and we'll definitely see how it shakes out. But this is your boy, Mr. T-Money 1993. I'm out.